Welcome back, guys, to the Retro Sports Gamer channel, and we're back for some ESPN NFL 2K5 on the Xbox. A while back I started the season. I had the goal of finishing this by the Super Bowl. We're a little behind schedule, but we are back here for Game 3 of the season. Started 2-0 with the Bears and just upset the Packers in Lambeau Field last time we played. And week 2 is now over. Went through some things. We're not going to miss the weekly recap this time. So what I'm going to do now is, one of the great things about this game, why people love it, is the presentation. It has not been matched ever since this game, and it's now 13 years old. It's 2018, so yeah, no, it's even longer than that. This game came out in 2004, so 14 years as the presentation has not been matched. So let's watch this week's Sports Center and get the recap from week 2 of the season.
This is Sports Center.
Hi there, I'm Chris Berman. We got a lot of games to cover, so let's get to it. In our first game this week, we had the Lions come away with a 7-point win. We had an interesting free agency pickup of note here. Trey's got the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Chris. Let's switch gears and talk about players that'll have new homes in the National Football League, as free agency continues to play such a huge role in determining a team's makeup. This guy will be playing his football elsewhere, though perhaps not for as much as he would have liked. 5 years, $2.6 million. Bill Schrader is on the move as well, as he signs a 3-year contract with the Colts.
So if you're watching, let me know if you can hear me all right.
As he accepts a pretty good offer to leave his current club.
Looks like we got
4
some
years,
free agent pickups and
$2.0
talk about contracts right
Gilbert
now.
Brown will also have a new address for a while, as he signs a 4-year contract with the Eagles.
Ryan Lindell played well despite the loss and showed us why he's ranked up at the top of the league. We had a big trade also of note here. Trey's got the lowdown for us. Trey?
Over now to news of a trade that might have some ramifications. Pat Williams leaves the Bills
Trades
and will
happening
be on
left
his
and
way
right
to
in week
the
2.
Bengals. And he's a guy that, just by his presence, should provide a real upgrade for the middle of that defensive line. In exchange, they'll get someone to beef up their roster. Rudy Johnson is a guy that ought to be able to fit right in with his new club, and he should make his presence felt over time.
Bears, Packers.
This was my game.
Right in with
Watch
his
it
new
close.
club, and
See
he
what
should
happened.
make his...
I forgot.
Number 8 emerged as a real weapon as he pulled one in here. The Bears win this one by the final score of 21-9.
You show the Packers scoring a touchdown?
Jeff Garcia passed for over 100
Okay.
yards and helped his Browns beat the Cowboys.
I thought I won the game. What was
Down in
my
the deep
highlights?
south of Atlanta, we had the Falcons come away with a brutal 18-point victory. Over at Paul Brown Stadium, we had the Bengals win by a comfortable margin. We had a big injury in this one, and Trey has the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Chris, thanks. Before we get to the big news of the week, let's do a quick
Torn
shakedown on the
MCL
rest
after
of
the
the
season.
NFL's injuries. Benny Anderson sticks
Never
out
good.
on this list as one of the more costly injuries. He'll be out for the rest of the season. Now the big story of the day. Patrick Surtain is going to find himself on the shelf, and that will be a major blow to his team.
He had some good years.
So that'll do it for now. Chris, let's send it back to you.
He's out 6
Steelers,
weeks.
Ravens. Jamal Lewis is inside his own 20. Gets the handoff, goes off right
Jamal
tackle.
Lewis,
The
what a
defense
running
must have
back.
been fast asleep. The midfield, the 40, the 30,
Set to
the 20,
speed.
the 10,
Steelers
the
can't
5.
catch him.
82 yards. The Ravens go on to win this by the final score of 31-10. In a long-standing AFC rivalry, we had the Titans pick up win number 2.
That's what it's about. You got to watch
The Jets
these.
defense held their opponents to under 100 rushing yards in their win at Qualcomm Stadium. The Patriots lost a tough road game and will head into their bye week with a bad taste in their mouths. Panthers, Chiefs. Dante Hall is always a guy to look for when you're at the 10-yard line, as they are right now. Here's the snap, the lob, touchdown. The Chiefs win this one by the final score of 28-23. Bobby Taylor stepped it up this week and gave his team some added firepower for the win. Mark Brunell threw for 250-plus yards and helped his Redskins beat the Giants. Deep in Cajun country in New Orleans, we had the Saints losing by 13. Broncos, Jaguars. Garrison, first I look at the Hurst. He's in his own territory, would like to get his team out to the midfield stripe. Takes the pitch, goes off right tackle. First through the hole.
Garrison
Look at him go. The 20, the 10. Touchdown, 62 yards. The Broncos go on to win this by the final score of 20-18. And last but not least, we had the Vikings come away victorious. So, 2 weeks into the books here on ESPN, here's my prime time performers for week number 2, and each is going to get a game ball. That'll do it, sports fans. I'm Chris Berman, and thanks so much for joining us here in the Bristol studio. We'll see you next week right here on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.
Not bad. Good presentation. Wasn't happy about the Packers touchdown highlights when I won the game 21-9, but it is what it is. Let's get this game started versus the Vikings. Not really into training players and all this extra stuff. Play this game. On the road. Man, that team sucks. Is it because of the training?
Hi there, I'm Chris Berman. Up next on ESPN, some thought he might have left Florida a little bit early last year, but Rex Grossman came on strong as a starter down the stretch. The job's all his now. We'll see what he can do with it here. Chicago Bears, Minnesota Vikings. Next.
Well, the fans are looking for their seats as the teams are down on the field warming up. Hi, folks. I'm Dan Stevens, and welcome to the Hubert H. Humphrey Metrodome. And with me in the booth, as always, my cohort and friend, Peter O'Keefe. Peter, I was looking at the team rosters, and both teams have explosive return men on their squad.
Well, that's true, Dan, and if they can produce as they're capable of, this could be a high-scoring game. Ontario Smith is a very capable return man. His superior agility enables him to turn on a dime and carve through the defense on his way upfield. On the other side of the ball, we've got another top performer. Jerry Azuma is a superb player. He's just an all-around talent and a supreme competitor. And a guy like that can get it done in so many ways.
Well, all right, Peter, we'll keep our eye on him as the game progresses. But first, the coin toss.
Let's go. Rex Grossman.
It's tails.
Very good so far.
The ref gets the signal, and we're set.
Well, he didn't do that kicking meter too
Edinger
good.
kicks it off to begin the game. Williams
all right.
fields the opening kickoff at the 13. Tackled hard at the 31.
Mo Williams got a few yards off the run back there. Add that to the somewhat shallow kick, and that's a pretty good job by the special teams.
The Vikings get their offense on the field and will start this drive at the 31-yard line. They couldn't connect on this one. Incomplete.
Coming after you, Dante.
Michael Bennett is fast. One of those running backs that just has great speed. I think he was a track college.
Culpepper fires this one over the middle and it's incomplete.
Not doing anything fancy, just sitting in base defense.
Come on, Culpepper, we need that first down.
Third down and 5 wide receivers take the field. No dice, and it falls incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
I would like to say that was great defense, but pretty much poor offense.
Bennett lines up to punt after the 3 and out.
Number 31.
3 incompletions. This game's going to take forever.
Bennett gets the ball and pummels this one deep. Vasher catches it at the 17. Tackled at the 28.
Nathan Vasher returned for a few there, but after that gigantic punt, it was like tearing a single page out of War and Peace. It doesn't make much of a difference. The receivers line up as the defense settles into a nickel package.
Hammers the receiver and forces him to drop the ball. Incomplete.
Kenny Mixon closed in from the zone and forced the incompletion.
Moving a little bit.
Second down with 2 tight ends to the right. Gains 5 on the play, and that brings up third down.
Let's finish this up.
Grabs the rope right side.
Just opened up for
Marty
it.
Booker plays this one perfectly, getting himself to the right place at the right time to make the catch. The defense should be embarrassed that they let this one get away.
Yeah, Peter, they had him double covered, and they still couldn't get to the ball in time. He was just too good for them.
Yeah, he's an incredible receiver. Nothing gets in his way.
A nice game, and they easily convert on third down. Johnstone gets
Lance Johnstone gets to his man in the backfield for a big loss. I don't know what happened to the protection. Let's have a look. You know, Dan, it's all about focus and persistence. He was not going to let that quarterback get that pass off.
The defensive design worked flawlessly, and the refs will spot the ball well behind the original line of scrimmage.
What a way to derail a series from the onset.
Second and long ahead. Clark goes in motion. Jones is at the 50.
Huge run.
Finally popped out of bounds at the 47. First down.
Chris Claiborne finally pushed him out of bounds, but by then the damage was done. He'd given up a ton of yards on that play.
They can't pin him down on second and long, and now it's first and 10.
Very disappointing execution by this defense.
I'm taking counter. I'm taking counter.
Grossman just rifles this one, and it's tipped. Incomplete.
Chris Claiborne knocked that pass down, and he made sure the only one to touch the football was him.
Potential for some nice yards, but the defense plays it tough. That will bring up second down.
A lot of shoots.
Jones will get stopped at the line, and that will bring up third down.
Thomas Jones played it smart on that last one by following his blockers, but hey, they were unable to open up any holes for him.
Well, not much of a game there, and they will face third down.
Third and long, too, Dan. Big play coming up.
Third down, 3 wideouts in the game. Grossman rifles it out left side, and it's tipped. Incomplete. That will bring up fourth down.
Chris Claiborne couldn't have read that play any better if it was tattooed on the inside of his helmet.
A nice defensive play will give him the second batted ball of the game.
Yeah, great read there.
Last down, last down.
Announcers opener.
This one falls incomplete.
Safety was there, throw wasn't there. Incomplete.
Kenner and man coverage and played it pretty tight.
This one not looking
Tight enough
too
for the
hot.
incompletion.
They were in a high-pressure situation there, Peter, with the fourth down conversion, and they could not get it.
They just didn't gel on that play.
They'll turn it over now.
Delivered
The Vikings offense takes the field,
I'll give it
and
that.
can they capitalize on the defensive stop? Well, they'll start this drive at their 48-yard line. Culpepper zings it to the right side, and it's caught at the 50.
Jeff Dugan took his lone defender to school on that last play, making the catch with relative ease.
They move the ball, and it will be second down. Second down with three receivers to the left.
Cover two, man.
Bennett picks up a yard on the play, and that will bring up third down.
Michael Bennett had some blocking help on that last one, but he was still left with nowhere to go.
Not a lot of room on that play. It will be third down.
Third and 3. Ball 45.
Robinson goes in motion. Culpepper throws a bullet to the flat, and the completion is made. Short of the markers, however. It'll be fourth down.
Lance Briggs just planted the ball carrier in the turf short of the markers. But the only thing that's going to grow there is the D's morale.
That's his second tackle so far. Bennett is ready to punt this away. Bennett takes the snap and punts it away. Nasher catches it back at the 8. Pushed out at the 10.
Nathan Basher didn't have much room to work with back there. The special team squad made sure he couldn't respond to that really nice punt.
The Bears were stopped on fourth down last time out. We'll see what happens as they start this drive at their own 10-yard line. Grossman throws this on a rope, and it is not reeled in. Incomplete.
Marty Booker would have had some room on the outside on that play if only he had made the catch. Incomplete.
Potential for some nice yards, but it falls incomplete. That will bring up second down.
Tight end over.
Clark goes in motion.
That's going to be huge.
Blast him back at the 7.
Dontarius Thomas targeted the ball carrier early and didn't even let him get back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job eliminating any forward progress on that. That will bring up a third and long. Grossman puts his arm into this one, and it's tipped. Incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
Your defense is right.
Russell managed to disrupt things. He got in there and he smacked that pass away. Great D.
Well, the D holds tight on third and long and forces an incompletion. That was a good call by the defensive coordinator.
Oh, it sure was. Perfect D for that situation.
And it will bring up fourth down.
It's the greatest punt of all time, but we'll get the job
punts
done.
it away. Winfield fields the punt
Not
at
field
the
goal range
48.
right off the bat.
Tackled at the
What's up,
45.
Adam? Retro
Antoine
foosball,
Winfield
one of my
got
favorite.
swarmed by the kicking team
It
before
is
he
a
got very
favorite
far.
of many.
That nice punt pretty much goes unanswered.
Edit this scene so you can see the score in there. Once I get my laptop cord back, I can do some of these back with the stream overlay. So thanks for dealing with
Vikings have
this.
had some trouble moving the ball recently. We'll see what they do on this drive as they start at the 45-yard line. Bennett gets the call on first down and picks up a couple.
Michael Bennett played it smart on that last one by following his blockers, but hey, they were unable to open up any holes for him.
Not much there. It'll be second down.
Got to take what you can get, Dan, but they were, hoping for more.
Of course they were.
Watch the pass.
Second and
defense,
8.
watch the pass.
Ball 43.
Down. Larry. Black. For the
Leads the catch on the right sideline, and that will be good for a gain of 8.
Dante Culpepper threaded the ball back there to his man right past all that traffic. Good job.
A great job to move the ball and get themselves into a third and short situation.
Me too.
This is
That's
a
why I'm
critical
playing it right
play
now.
for this drive.
Yeah, now, Dan, they can just fall forward and make the play.
Sounds easy, Peter, but we'll see if they can pull it off.
Other
Bennett
big
loses one
stop,
on the
4th
play,
and 1.
and
They
that
might
brings
try to
up
go for a
fourth
field
down.
goal here.
Lance Briggs targeted the ball carrier early and didn't even let him get back to the line of scrimmage.
They come up with the big play, and on 3rd and short, they force the 4th down.
Yeah, they even caused a loss of yardage. What a time to come up big.
That will end the first quarter, and it's still a scoreless game. Bennett lines up to punt after the 3 and out.
There's no reason to count.
Bennett gets the snap and kicks what will be a short one. The Bears let it bounce out of bounds
There's a lot
at
of
the
football
11.
games I would rather play.
Aaron Bennett did a good job angling the punt out of bounds, so the offense will start off stuck inside the 20.
The Bears stalled early last drive, and we'll have to wait and see what happens here. They start at their own 10-yard line. Grossman zings it to the right side, and it's tipped. Incomplete.
That's what I'm talking about, baby. I'm bringing it, yeah. Told you.
Rex Grossman is really struggling out there today. As you can see by the numbers, it's all
I think it's because
back.
I'm not training the players.
Second down, 2 wideouts on the field. Winfield tackles him behind the line of scrimmage.
Antoine Winfield was a one-man wrecking crew back there. He powered into the backfield and made the tackle.
Nice job eliminating any forward progress on that play. That will bring up a 3rd and long. Grossman unloads this to the right sideline, and it's
Well, it's all about getting in position to make the grab, and watch here. Oh, that's perfect position.
Boy, that was a heads-up play to come away with his first interception of the game.
That's about
Gotta
the
love
ball
like that.
Could have been picks. You can't really complain too much.
The Vikings have been locked in a defensive struggle so far. They will start this drive at the 18-yard line. Down and gains a couple.
Michael Bennett had a superb catch, even though he had 3 guys closing in on him. What a play.
That'll be his first catch of the game after being shut out the entire first quarter. This is a bit of a slow start for him.
Yeah, it is, Dan, but he will see the ball more and
One of the
more as the
reasons
game
I'm
goes
playing
on.
through this is because
Second down from the shotgun.
at the time, Madden 2005,
Carry of the game, and he searches for a hole.
but
Johnson tackles him behind the line of scrimmage.
Tank Johnson targeted the ball carrier early and didn't even let him get back to the line of scrimmage.
And I didn't really take the time to look at presentation type stuff. But this one, I'm playing.
Let's watch this. 5 wide out versus a D that is wisely loaded up on defense.
Green hammers the receiver and forces him to drop the ball. Incomplete. It'll be 4th down.
Number 26 with the coach.
So it looks like that interception is only going to cost
4th down, and the field goal unit is on the field.
Assuming they make this.
Elling kicks it from 33 yards. They take the lead.
Aaron Elling has little trouble pooching this one through. Let's see it again. Yep, he knows that you aren't allowed to miss many of those in this league.
There's the signal, and we're ready. Elling kicks it off.
This much.
Azuma fields the kickoff at the 3. Brought down at the 22. Peter, interesting order to the division, isn't there?
Oh, you bet.
Any way you look at it, trying to find the best place to put.
Bears offense comes out and has an opportunity to tie it before halftime. They'll start at their own 22-yard line. Grossman gets all of his pass, and the catch is made well past.
Marty Booker reels in the pass despite nearly getting squeezed by 2 defenders.
There's the catch and the double coverage. They really didn't phase him there.
Maybe they ought to send in a 3rd.
A well-designed play there, Peter, and they will move the chains.
And let me tell you, Dan, hearing those chains move is one of the best sounds in the game for an offense.
1st and 10. Ball at the Bears' 36-yard line.
Down!
Try to hit the big receiver, Justin Gage.
Incomplete.
Justin Gage was frustrated on that play. He got open, but failed to make the catch across the middle for the incompletion.
The incompletions keep piling up, and even here in the second quarter, it doesn't seem to be improving.
Not at all. They're just not getting it together. Timing, the routes of protection, nothing.
Grossman rifles this one hard over the middle, and they can't connect. Incomplete. They get the
Rex Grossman has little problem completing this pass. He makes it look so easy, and he's getting paid so much money, Dan, it makes you wonder.
And there he is with the catch. Well, look, you got an easy job, Peter, and you made a lot of money. What's the difference?
Well, the difference is I got to work with you.
Oh, yeah. Third and long, and they get the big play to convert. What do you think of that, Peter?
That's what football is all about, making the big plays when you need to, and you can't coach that.
Grossman throws a heater right sideline, and it's caught with room to run, and he's stopped right there.
Robert Johnson got wide open and made the easy grab. Great job to take advantage of the D's confusion.
Peter, what a nice pickup to get them into a second and short situation.
Yeah, great play, and now they have a bunch of options on what to try next.
Jones carries it for the 6th time and jukes to a first down.
Thomas Jones was assisted on that play by some great blocking that opened up holes for him. Without those blockers, he would have been toast.
Nice second down call, and they will move the chain.
Offense, it was always Dontarius Thomas. Eventually gets there, but I don't know why he even bothered. Big gain, and they'll move the chains. Well, he eventually stops them, but way past the marker. That one's going to hurt.
The defense gives up the first down pretty quickly there, Peter.
Yeah, you got to at least slow him down a bit.
First down.
The run game's going good. Things are easy.
Jones gains 5 on the play, and that brings up second down.
Come on, deep.
Second and 5.
You can win it all.
Ball at the 14-yard line.
Jones carries it for the 4th straight time.
Thomas Jones sticks close to his blockers here. And it pays off.
4 plays in a row, he's taken the load. They are moving through the defense.
Hey, there's no reason to give it to anyone else right now.
First down, goal to go. Jones picks up a yard on the play, and that will bring up second down.
Second and goal. Ball at the 5.
Down.
Terrell goes in motion.
Red 52. Red 52.
Jones gets his number called on second down, and maybe picks up 1 on the play.
All right, got 2 guys going out here. Clark and Terrell. Hopefully he won't. Oh, there you go.
Touchdown!
It was not open at first.
Desmond Clark is all by himself, and he'll take advantage of it.
Right behind
Easy
the corner.
catch.
He'll get the touchdown, and he does it in style.
Beautiful play.
There you go. Back.
Number 10. Hold.
Here's the extra point, and it's good. The ref gets the signal, and we're set. Edinger kicks this one away.
Paul Edinger.
Smith fields it all the way back at the 5. Pop hard at the
Weird windup on
24.
this kickoff.
Ontario Smith tried to run it out, but the defense preferred that he stayed put, and they made their case pretty forcefully there.
The Vikings offense takes the field with the clock at 22. Culpepper unrolls this to the right sideline, and it's tipped. Incomplete.
Charles Tillman came in and got a hand on that football and left no chance for a reception there.
They have really gotten after the ball as a team today. That is their 5th batted ball.
Nice, aggressive deep.
Second down, 1 minute. Foss makes a tough catch and gets past the markers for a first down.
Did they call timeout?
Down!
Dropping back in coverage.
The Vikings want to talk it over, and they take their first timeout.
What that did. Cover 12. Let's see who scored a touchdown on that.
Down! Set!
Bennett picked up about 7, and that'll do it for the first half of this one. The Bears are out in front, 7-3. And now let's send you to Chris Berman in our studios in Bristol for the ESPN halftime report. Boomer?
Chris Berman's halftime show. Let's see what he's got.
All right, Dan, we'll get back to you in a bit. But welcome, everybody, to the ESPN halftime show. I'm Chris Berman. Now we'll look at our first half by the numbers, and I tell you, first downs have been the story here. The Bears should be way ahead on the scoreboard, but somehow they've let their opponent hang with them. Let's see if they can change things in the second half. Let's get started in this one early in the first quarter. Thomas Jones would make the first guy miss, then he'd rip off a chunk of yardage here. The Bears now early in the second quarter, ball at their own 10. Antoine Winfield is reading the quarterback's eyes all the way as he's able to get his hands on this one and pick it off. The Vikes still early in the second quarter. Aaron Elling sets up with a little chip shot, and this one is no problem. They strike first and go up by 3. The Bears, middle of the second. Rex Grossman would drop back and deliver a strike on this one. A 20-yard play that set up a Bear touchdown. And that's where we'll leave this one. Vikes are down, but still in it, 7-3. And as far as my halftime hero, well, there's really no contest. Antoine Winfield has played like a man possessed. And now let's return to the second half with Dan Stevens and Peter O'Keefe.
Thanks, Boomer, and welcome back to our broadcast presented in ESPN Game Sound. Designed and developed in collaboration with Dolby, the leader in surround sound technology. Bears will receive to start the second half, and they currently enjoy a small lead, 7-3. Let's go down to the field. Elling kicks it, and the second half has now started. Azuma fields the second half kickoff at the 5. Brought down at the 25. Well, Peter, some interesting information up on the screen.
Oh, you bet. How they turned the ball over leaps out at me, and you have to think that that could come back to haunt them. Turnovers are the most telling stat.
The Bears offense takes the field, and they will start out at their own 25-yard line. Jones dodges this one way out right and rambles for about 5.
5-yard chunks.
Second and 4. Ball at the 30-yard line.
Down!
Jones gets the ball on second down and chews up about 4.
Supposed to be outside, but I saw a little something up
got
the
a
middle.
bunch of carries, and you can see by his chart here how his running.
Third down, 1 yard to go. Jones carries it off the toss and takes it upfield.
Thomas Jones got a little help from his friends on that play, Dan. They gave him the space he needed to make the play. Great blocking up front.
A big gain on third, and they will easily move the chain.
Perfect call for the situation, Dan. No trouble getting the first.
Jones wins the ball and gets past the line. Tackled at the 45.
They're struggling to stop the run. Let's be honest. I'm not doing anything fancy.
Second and 5.
We're going back to base defense.
Down! Set!
Jones picks up about 2, and that brings up third down. Third down, 2 wideouts on the field.
Down! Set!
Rips him down in the backfield, and that takes them even farther away from the marker. That will bring up fourth down.
Chris Claiborne targeted the ball carrier early. Didn't even let him get back to the line of scrimmage.
Peter, he's been lighting up the defensive side of the ball today and getting some nice numbers out of it.
You bet. So far, he's got 5 tackles.
Grossman throws a bullet to the flat, and they convert the big fourth down play.
Desmond Clark made a superb catch, even though he had 3 guys closing in on him. What a play.
Peter, a questionable call, but the conversion worked. I'm sure the general consensus is run it away.
Run it away and make them go the length of the field. But as
The receiver, number 22 with the cover.
Second down, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Grossman really right up the field, and the catch is made well past the markers for a first down.
Pass interference, number 26, defense.
Decline taking.
The penalty is declined.
boy, that's a puzzling decision, Dan, because I would have taken that penalty faster than the last cherry Danish on the breakfast cart, and you know how fast that is.
There, announcer. First and 10. Ball 30-yard line.
Williams sacks him way back at the 37.
Kevin Williams forced the offense back a few yards with a terrific sack in the backfield back there.
That'll be his first sack of the game. Grossman unthwarts this to the left sideline, and he connects at the
Justin Gage is matched up well with the defense on this one, but is able to stay one step ahead for the completion. It's worth another look here. Oh, yeah, the D might want to put more men on him next time.
A beautiful pickup, Peter. Everyone on the offense is happy about that play.
Definitely. Great call by the offensive coordinator.
And it will be a first down.
First and goal.
Terrell goes in motion.
Green 37. Green 37.
Picks up a yard on the play, and that brings up second down.
Thomas Jones powered forward with the football thanks to some initial blocking. Problem was they couldn't keep that push going for very long.
Not much there. It'll be second down.
Got to take what you can get, Dan, but they were, hoping for more.
Down.
Jones gets the toss and runs into traffic.
Third and goal, third and goal. I got pieces of the controller flying off. Clark's been my money guy in this situation.
Down.
Hogan sacks him way back.
Holman comes in untouched on this play and just wallops the quarterback. Well, where was the O-line, Dan? Did they just give up? Oh, the quarterback's going to be pointing fingers on that one.
Peter forced a loss of yardage on third, and now they face a fourth
All right,
down.
let's give it a
do you
shot.
rate that defensive performance?
How about A+, 2 thumbs up, 5 stars. It's all good, baby.
Fourth down, and the field goal unit is on the field.
That's why.
And he misses this one to the right.
All in, Charger misses the field goal here. Let's watch this again. Yep, it's just a little bit to the side of the upright, but close only counts a horseshoe.
The Vikings will start this first play of the drive at their own 20-yard line.
That's right. Urlacher's going to shut down.
Grabs the fastball over the middle, and it's good for a gain of 10 on the play.
Dante Culpepper rolled the dice by targeting a receiver with 2 defenders near him. But the pass clicked, and they'll move the ball.
They make a completion, but their short game doesn't seem to be worth the time they're investing in.
Well, even when they finally do connect, it's not really moving the ball. They need to think bigger.
And that'll do it for the third quarter. The Bears are out in front, 7-3. Bennett will get stopped at the line, and that will bring up third down.
That's going to break that.
Michael Haynes was a one-man wrecking crew back there. He powered into the backfield and made the tackle.
That's his second tackle so far.
Oh, come on.
Third down with a split backfield.
Down.
Gets the ball on third down and converts the third down.
Michael Bennett can thank his blockers for that last play. If it wasn't for them, that play would have tanked.
A nice play, and with only a short distance to the first, they put it together and make it happen.
Yeah, third and short always looks easy, but it's not, Dan. That's good execution.
Bennett goes in motion.
Or whatever this.
Blue 56.
Third one.
Culpepper throws a heater, and it's tipped. Incomplete.
Michael Green came in and got a hand on that football and left no chance for a reception there.
That had potential for some yards, Peter, but the defense was on top of it and shut it down.
Good denial there.
Second down coming up.
Go 119. Check. Go 119. Hut, hut. Hut, hut.
Bennett picks up about 2, and that brings up third down.
Big third down coming up. Big time third down.
Culpepper, we need that first down.
Third down and 4 wideouts in the game.
Vic, 54-yard touchdown pass.
Culpepper zings it to the right side, and it's completed.
Look at my phone didn't call the defense.
Now 2 defenders and comes away with the football. Oh, no.
Not thrilled about it.
Down. Set.
Burleson goes in motion.
Go 52. Go 52.
Boss snags the dart right sideline, and he's got the first down and a whole lot more.
Holding.
Pass interference, number 43, defense. The penalty is declined.
Okay, here it comes.
First and 10.
Ball on 49.
Down.
Right now, you can't see who you're guarding like the Madden games.
Blue 13.
Culpepper throws a heater right sideline, and
There
the
he is,
catch
Randy
made at the
Moss.
15.
It's gonna happen sooner or later.
Randy Moss really delivers on this play. Let's take another look. First at the catch.
There it is, but
Really drive going.
here's the point after, and it's good.
Arrow sure didn't move for
There's
them.
the signal, and we're ready. Kelly kicks it off. Azuma fields the kickoff at the 2. Stopped at the 22.
Jerry Azuma got waylaid by the defense before he was able to put Munch on the run back.
The Bears' offense is now on the field, and except for a few big plays, they really can't be happy with their passing game up to this point. We'll see what they call on this drive as they start at their own 22-yard line. Second down from the shotgun. Grossman hurls a bullet way down the left sideline, and it's tipped. Incomplete.
Okay, baby. Okay, you ain't get nothing. This is the series here, baby. We gotta stop him.
Safety's moving over.
Bernard Berrien had 3 guys covering him, but look what happens. Incredible catch.
3rd and long, and they get the big play to convert. What do you think of that, Peter?
I love it. That's what football is all about, making the big plays when you need to, and you can't coach them.
Grossman unloads this to the right sideline, and it's intercepted. Down at the 45. It looks like, we've had an injury down on the field. As soon as we hear anything, we'll be sure to pass the information along to you. The Vikings are going to try and capitalize on the interception. They'll start this drive at the 45-yard line. Bennett will get the carry on 1st down and chews up about 4 on the play.
Second and 6. Ball at the 41.
Down! Set! Blue 33! Blue 33! Hot!
The Bears take their first time out.
Alright, now this is a huge play.
Time to make a stand. Let's make a stand.
Ball at the 39.
Down!
Bennett picks up the yard on the play, and that will bring up 4th down.
Michael Haynes made the save, dropping the ball carrier before he could get to the markers.
That's his 3rd tackle of the game. Bennett lines up for the punt.
All right, this is what it comes down to. That's right, Randy Moss. Touchdown.
Bennett takes the snap and aims this one out of bounds.
Has a chance to.
This will fly out of bounds at the 19.
Darren Bennett did a good job angling the punt out of bounds, so the offense will start off stuck inside the 20.
The Hail Mary formation worked.
Bears will start this drive deep in their own territory with the clock at 1:54. Takes the catch out to the left, and he's got the first. The clock continues to tick down.
Rex Grossman made a nice throw there, got it right past the defender.
Great pass, Peter, and he's having a terrific day so far.
You bet. So far, he's got 148 yards and 1 touchdown.
The Bears will take a timeout. That's their second.
See, I need to get Barry.
Second down from the on.
Down!
Oh, deeper than the safety.
Puts a lick on the receiver and separates him from the ball. Incomplete.
Corey Chavis closed in from the zone and forced the incompletion.
On second down, they try for the first, but it's played well by the defense. That will bring up 3rd down.
Nice pressure that time.
3rd down. The clock is stopped at 1:25. Grossman fires this one over the middle, and it's tipped. Incomplete. It'll be 4th down.
Corey Chavis came in and got a hand on that football.
Down.
No chance for a reception.
Another batted ball. They have been attacking the pass every chance they get.
And he let me down.
Won't simply defend the pass. Corey Chavis is there to play, I tell you.
That drop
What a
by David
stop on
Terrell
4th down. It's worth another look. Oh, huge tackle, huge play.
Peter, that seemed like an odd situation to go for it on 4th down. What do you think?
Well, it was very gutsy, but maybe they should have used their heads and not their digestive system on that one.
How's that?
The worst.
Gutsy.
Blocked by the computer. Mike Brown is on this game. He's done well, but he got toasted by Moss. He couldn't catch up to him and make it
Yeah!
Well, they'll wait until the last second to snap this one and take as much time as possible off the clock here.
Goal 52.
54 seconds.
Hut, hut. Hut, hut.
They're clocking.
Hut. Hut, hut, hut.
They're going to punt it, actually.
Hut, hut. Hut.
Dan, I want to point out something on that last play. Did you notice the job he did in letting the play clock wind all the way down before snapping the ball? That's good clock management.
Bennett lines up to punt after the 3 and out.
Number 31 to make the return.
Oh, this game's over. Nothing we could do. That missed field goal really hurt at the beginning of this first half. Got to figure out the kicks in this game.
And that is going to do it for this one. The Vikings
I don't want your crib
come out on
credits.
top,
You
10
keep
to
them.
7. For my partner, Peter O'Keefe, this is...
It was bad Rex. He made enough throws, though, for the comeback. Give him that. Still streaming Nice and Drunk at the bar for Jesse's birthday. Oh, that's nice, Matt. Which bar are you at? Let's simulate the rest of the games. And then... Can't hear you, have fun. Okay. Let's end this video watching this week's Sports Center. Bears are now 2-1. Let's see what happens this week.
This is Sports Center.
I'm Chris Berman. Let's get straight to the action. In our first game this week, we had the Dolphins squeeze out a 4-point victory. We had a big injury in this one, and Trey has the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Boomer, thanks. Luckily, we had a relatively injury-free week, which makes my job just that much easier. This guy might be the biggest loss on this list. He'll be out for the rest of the regular season.
Kind of looks like Snoop Dogg,
so that'll do it for now. Chris, let's send it back to you.
Adam Archuleta stepped it up this week and gave his team some added firepower for the win. Keenan McCardell had over 50 yards receiving and helped his Buccaneers beat the Raiders. In a long-standing NFC rivalry, we had the Redskins pick up their 3rd win of the season.
Cowboys
Bears,
0-3.
Vikings.
America's team down for the count.
Randy Moss ran a terrific route here and was able to pull this one in. The Vikings win this one by the final score of 10-7. Down in the deep south of Atlanta, we had the Falcons squeeze out a 4-point victory.
In there more.
Up in Ford Field, we had the Lions walk away with a 6-point victory. The Chargers got 300-plus yards from their offense in their victory at Invesco Field in Mile High.
I can make trades.
49ers,
I'm going to trade for Vic if I can.
Kevin Barlow
make this season a lot better for me.
Field goal range, gets the handoff at the 42. Oh, he may do more than that. He shakes two. He could go all the way. Touchdown.
The 49ers go on to win this by the final score of 10-7. The Titans won at home, but will take to the road next week to meet the Chargers. We had an interesting free agency pickup of note here. Trey's got the lowdown for us. Trey?
It's good, Adam.
All right, Chris. Let's switch gears and talk about players that'll have new homes in the National Football League. As free agency continues to play such a huge role in determining a team's makeup. Antonio Freeman will be on the move. You see it there. He'll be getting a nice little payday, too. 3 years, $1.9 million.
Chad Johnson stepped it up this week and gave his team some added firepower for the win. Texans, Chiefs.
Ron Dugan is ready at the 31-yard line.
Play gets underway. Close coverage.
It's him.
Oh, now with a beautiful move gets open, and it's a 6th spot. The Texans win
figure
this
out
one
a
by the
trade
final
for
score of
Vic
21 to
without trading
17.
Urlacher,
Well-dressed Amani
I'll do it.
Toomer had over 50 yards receiving and helped his Giants beat the Browns.
We're going to try to
In our
make it
final
work.
game, we had the Colts come away victorious. So another week in the books here on ESPN. But what do you say we hand out a few game balls before we go? Here's my prime-time player.
My receivers aren't fast.
That'll do it, sports fans. I'm Chris Berman, and thanks so much for joining us here in the Bristol studio. We'll see you next week right here on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.
Major deal in the works. Yeah, that's right. Bears are trading for Vic. Front office. Get Grossman in there. How's Jones? Giving him the carries. Got that 89 speed. Looking good. The best rated receiver on the team. Got a good offensive line. Urlacher. Might take Urlacher. Like now. Who realistically? Let's just see. It's gonna take. It's gonna take. NBA 2K on Dreamcast is next. Oh man, I don't know. This might be my last one tonight, but I don't mind playing that game. Obviously, they're not going to do straight up roast things. So. It's looking like. Okay, Vic. It's looking like I'll have to trade. 88 speed, yeah. See, Justin Gage is too slow. Bell's actually at 90 speed, but he dropped that ball. I'm not getting rid of Urlacher. Tillman, Brown. Can't get rid of Brown. They don't want Green. See, I can. Our Dubs and Azuma can hold this down. Tillman might have to be the guy to go. Does the salary work out? Big deal in the works, says Chris Burton. You know, like, I don't need Booker. If everything's pretty bad, my receivers would be pretty horrible. Anthony Thomas, we're not giving him the carries. All right, now let's go back to. You know, if it's franchise mode and we're doing this, we're doing this. If I get Vic, I might have to play another game. Alright. So, another cornerback. Let's see. Let's just try to get something. Speed. Wilson guy off their hands. They're paying him $3 million. He's in no photo. Okay. See if we can make this happen. Some value for these guys. Trade's been accepted. We just got Mike Vick. Oh, man. Now we're rolling with Thomas Jones. We just picked up Vick. Things are starting to turn around for the Bears. Still got my number one wide receiver. Picked up some speed too at corner. Still kept Mike Brown and Urlacher, so I had to get rid of Tillman, Grossman. Okay. And that's how you get Michael Vick. You have to play him. I know, right? Berman's gonna be talking about it. I'm saving this. Pulled off the tree. It's the century right now. I better figure out how to run with the quarterback. Train. We got Mike Vick. Offense went up and overall. Eagles ain't no joke.
Aloha, I'm Chris Berman, and coming up on ESPN, it's week 4 of the NFL. And if your back is sore from raking leaves or cleaning out the gutters, we've got something much better than a heating pad. Football. Lots of good, hard football here on ESPN. Eagles, Bears. Next!
Still fans making their way through the turnstiles. They'll be just in time to catch the start of this game.
We in Soldier Field, too.
Hi, folks. It's Dan Stevens, and welcome to Chicago Field. My colleague here in the commentary booth is Peter O'Keefe. Peter, both of these teams have a solid tackler on defense who does an excellent job pursuing the ball.
No doubt about that, Dan. These guys do an outstanding job of reading the offense and ripping it to shreds. Ryan Urlacher is one of the most potent inside linebackers that you'll see in the league today.
Brown.
His run pursuit is right up there among the best, and he won't be deterred either. He'll knock a blocker right out of the way, and once the ball is snapped, all he cares about is see and destroy. On the other side of the ball, we've got another top performer. Nate Raines is a very accomplished outside linebacker. This guy's like a rabid dog on the field once that ball snapped. He gets an excellent read on run plays, and he'll knock over as many guys as he has to get to the ball. Well, better watch out because both of these guys have a chance to make some big plays today.
Okay, Peter, we'll see how they do once the game begins, but first, the toss of the coin.
There's no way. At this time, anybody could trade anything for Vick. Maybe Peyton Manning.
Kicking off for the Bears.
It's time for Bears football.
There's the signal, and we're ready.
Oh, even the kicker's feeling good.
Edinger boots the opening kickoff. Buckhalter downs this in the end zone for a touchback.
Come on, Chicago.
The Eagles offense takes the field, and they will start at their
Good
own 20-yard line.
Yeah, I know, right?
Westbrook is at the 30.
Brian Westbrook gets open and gets the football for a gain there. Watch this again.
He is wide open. The defense clearly fell apart on that one.
And you can't leave anyone that open in the NFL. Or they will make you pay, baby.
A nice run after the catch, and that's what they expect from him.
That's his job description. You won't see him running a post route, but you will see him make plays off those short catches.
Westbrook picked up about 12, and that will bring up first down.
I need to look at the book. I'm rusty, and I don't feel like I'm hitting the right speed button on defense. So just give me a second here. I'm going to look here in the handy-dandy manual. Look at that right there. The game actually has a manual. Unbelievable. That's retro, baby. Full manual. Okay. So, offensively, right trigger is to scramble with the QB. The speed burst, I already know that. Defense. After the snap. A's tap for speed burst. Okay. So yeah, it's weird because A's also switch player. So yeah, I was doing that wrong. Let's go. I knew Urlacher wasn't that slow.
First down, 10 yards to go.
Down! Set!
This one will fall incomplete.
Brian Urlacher played his coverage very snug, and as a result, the pass was incomplete.
That had potential for some yards, Peter, but the defense was on top of it and shut it down.
Good denial there.
Second down coming
Green
up.
15! Green 15! Hut, hut!
McNabb throws a bullet here, and it falls incomplete.
Harrison. Winded on the line.
Down! Set!
Grabs the bullet, and they get the first on third and long.
Terrell Owens had two guys on him on that play, but still managed to make the catch.
A beautiful pickup, Peter. Everyone on the offense is happy about that play.
Definitely a great call by the offensive coordinator.
And it will be a first down. Westbrook goes in motion. Robinson sacks him back at the 35. It looks like, we've had an injury down on the field. As soon as we hear anything, we'll be sure to pass the information along to you.
It's his knee, too, and he is in agony. This is not good.
Second and 11.
Was it Detmer?
Down! Switch! Black 85! Switch! Black 85!
I still got T.O. though, so.
Westbrook will get the carry on second down, and Gains close to 10 yards on the play.
Brian Westbrook stayed with his blockers on that last one, and it paid off big time. You know, Dan, it's always good to have a wingman or two.
A great job to move the ball and get themselves into a 3rd and short situation. This is a critical play for this drive.
Now they're looking to just fall forward and make the play.
Sounds easy, Peter, but we'll see if they can pull it off. Westbrook takes it off the toss and...
Really?
No first, baby, no first. Yeah, no first, baby, no first.
Beautiful. They learned that from Tecmo Super Bowl. It's off.
Akers with the 41-yard attempt, and they take the lead.
That's
David
right.
Akers
Score
gets the field goal, but watch how close the ball.
I know just what to do.
The ref gets the signal, and we're set. Akers rockets this one deep. Azuma runs out for a
You don't
touchback.
need to know what downing is. Just fall off the back of the end zone. All right, it's time to get fresh. Hope these boys are ready for Vic.
The Bears will start this drive at their own 20-yard line. Tackled at the 26. McNabb was shaken up earlier, and I hear Susie Culber has a report for us. Susie?
Thank you, Dan. I got in touch with the trainers, and right now, all they know is that his knee is in heaps of pain. They're looking at him right now. He seems to be in serious pain. The official word on his return, doubtful. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Susie.
Dan, bunch of receivers out there. Defense is expecting.
Don't touch me. Oh my God.
Michael Vick does a little last-minute razzle-dazzle here, and he gets some yards.
It's like QB Eagles all over. Slides right underneath both of them.
Watch the pass! Watch the pass!
Down!
Finally stopped at the 41. That will bring up first down. It looks like, we've had an injury down on the field. As soon as we hear anything, we'll be sure to pass the information along to you.
Well, I guess the fun's over, right?
Liz.
Lasted all half.
Jones has his called on first down and picks up a couple. Peter, unfortunately, we've had some players banged up so far.
Unfortunately so. As we can see here, we've got the injuries that have accrued over the season. And I can tell you, each one of these guys was hard to lose. Injuries are a factor in the NFL. You have to push it fast. Jonathan Quinn makes a risky pass here and completes it. That took guts, Dan. Check it out. Oh, perfect pass. And it had to be accurate to get in there between the two defenders.
A well-designed play there, Peter, and they will move the chains.
Great execution.
Jones gets the toss and runs into traffic.
Number 20.
Tackled at the 28.
Number 26.
Thomas Jones powered forward with the football thanks to some initial blocking. Problem was they couldn't keep that push going for very long.
Not much there. It'll be second down.
Gotta see what you can get there, but they were,
They didn't lead the troops.
Jonathan Quinn gets this one past the secondary quite easily. I think the safeties were out of position on that one, Dan. Now that kind of accuracy is hard to cover, Dan. He knew where he wanted the ball to go, and that's where it went.
Stay low! Stay low!
Quinn throws a heater right sideline, and it's caught at the 5. Vic had to leave the field earlier in the game, and now Susie Culber has a report. Susie?
Thank you, Dan. After coming off the field with some back pain, the trainers have determined that he's suffering from back spasms. They're icing the injury in an effort to ease the pain, but it doesn't seem to be that effective. The official word on his return, doubtful. Back to you.
Thanks, Susie. Johnson goes in motion. Hurst tackles him behind the line of scrimmage.
Javon Curse targeted the ball carrier early and didn't even let him get back to the line of scrimmage.
They managed to hold them behind the line of scrimmage, but another
coming up. 3rd and short. Let's see if they can come. Gilbert Brown makes a nice stop in the backfield here, throwing his man into the turf behind the line. I guess the ball carrier's travel plans were canceled. Yep, he's not going anywhere, Dan. Nice tackle.
Another good stop by the defense, and that will be 2 losses in a row. Curse sacks him way back at the...
This gets worse and worse.
Knows he doesn't want to stay on the field any longer, so he zeroes in on the ball carrier.
He drops him there with a terrific shot. It's 4th, so that means they'll turn the ball over on down.
They gave the offense an all-expense paid trip to the sidelines. Accommodations.
Did it make sense to you that down by 3, they went for the first down rather than kicking?
No. The defense and I were already gearing up for the field goal.
Westbrook takes it off the toss and gets back to the line of scrimmage. Westbrook gets the call again and heads out right, and that'll do it for quarter number 1. Eagles with a small lead, 3-0.
Detmer.
3rd down and 4 wideouts in the game. Blake throws a bullet, and the reception is made for a 1st and more. The 45, 30,
well, that's
20,
why they paid
15,
Mike Brown the big bucks. So
and he's in.
Todd Pinkston makes the catch, but that's not enough for him. He gets it and takes off for more.
David Akers to attempt the extra point. Number 10, holding.
It was a good trade. I wasn't using Anthony Thomas. He's too slow.
Now the extra point, and it's good.
Which, so far, it's hurting a little bit.
The ref gets the signal, and we're set. Akers booms a beauty here. The Bears let this bounce out of the end zone for a touchback. Peter, interesting order to the division, isn't there?
Oh, you bet.
They're going there. They're going there. I see Chicago.
The Bears were stopped on 4th down last time out. We'll see what happens as they start this drive at their own 20-yard line.
Dhani Jones couldn't have read that play any better if it was tattooed on the inside of his helmet.
That had potential for some yards, Peter, but the defense was on top of it and shut it down.
Good denial there.
2nd down coming up. Quinn fires this one over the middle, and the completion is good for 6. Terrell pitches it left sideline, and they convert on 3rd down.
David Terrell took on triple coverage and came away with a phenomenal catch.
A nice gain, and they easily convert on 3rd down.
Yeah, that was a good call.
Lofty balls.
1st down from the shotgun. Quinn unloads this to the right sideline, and the catch is made well past the markers for 1st down.
Desmond Clark goes one-on-one on this play and beats his man. He executed that pass pattern perfectly and made the catch. Nice reception. Nope, they could not cover him man-to-man. He was one step ahead of the defense.
A well-designed play there, Peter, and it will move the chains.
And let me tell you, Dan, hearing those chains move is one of the best sounds in the game or in offense.
Booker didn't haul that one in, and it falls incomplete.
Marty Booker was open as you can get on that play, but couldn't make the grab. What a shame.
A rare incompletion. And the defense side a sigh of relief.
But it's only the 2nd quarter, Dan. The D has to hang tough.
Quinn zips it to the left sideline, and it is not reeled in. Incomplete.
Lito Shepherd anticipated that they would go deep and outside on that last one and covered the play perfectly. Because of him, incomplete.
That'll give us a 3rd down, and the defense was ready for that call.
Well played and a good job of not giving up the short pass.
3rd down, empty backfield. Pitches the hitter.
Jonathan Quinn plays this one in beautifully. Got to see it one more time.
Right on the money, Peter. He effectively rendered the defense irrelevant by being so accurate.
Yeah, they might as well have been 10 yards away.
Like
third and long, and they get the big play to convert. What do you think of that, Peter?
I love it. That's what football is all about, making the big plays when you need to, and you can't coach that.
Quinn throws a heater right sideline, and it's tipped. Incomplete.
Mark Simoneau got himself in prime position to bat away that football before the receiver even had a shot at it.
Booker comes through.
And he's in for the score.
Traffic.
Marty Booker had 3 guys covering him, but look what happens. Incredible catch.
They get the touchdown and are now on the board.
They close the deficit, too. Anybody's game right here.
I guess I could forgive him for dropping the last.
Now the point after, and it's good.
The extra point is good.
It's a game now.
There's the signal, and we're ready. Edinger kicks this one away.
For the big Bears defense.
Mitchell catches it back at the 3. Tackled at the 23.
Freddie Mitchell tried to run it out, but the defense preferred that he stayed put, and they made their case pretty forcefully there.
The Eagles are looking for some separation before half, and will start this drive at their own 23-yard line.
Check, goal 54. Check, goal 54. Hut.
Pinkston goes in motion.
Hut, hut.
Blake zings it to the right side, and the ball is caught at the 27. Tackled at the 32.
Darrell Owens easily outclassed his defender on that catch, and he had that play all the way.
Peter, what a nice pickup to get them into a second and short situation.
Yeah, great play, and now they have a bunch of options on what to try next.
Second down and less than a yard. Westbrook carries it for the 6th time and gets well past the markers for a first.
First down, Eagles. First and 10.
Down. Set.
Blake throws a bullet, and it's knocked away from the receiver, incomplete.
Todd McMillan didn't let much daylight get between him and his assignment. Nice coverage to force the incompletion.
That had potential for some yards, Peter, but the defense was on top of it and shut it down.
Good denial there.
Second down coming up.
Down. Set.
Owens goes in motion.
36. Blue 36. Hut. Hut.
Pinkston hurls in the lob right side and tries to get free. He's in.
Todd Pinkston is going to make the catch. Right there, but that's only the beginning. Look at him chew up the yardage.
That touchdown is going to establish some distance between them.
Hey, I like those stats. Great receiving yards.
You gotta like them. 2 catches for 145, of course.
Now the point after, and it's good.
Where's the injury report, man? Does it even say?
There's the signal, and we're ready. Akers booms a beauty here. Azuma runs out for a touchback.
Look. Game plan. Where is he? Oh, back spasms. Okay. McNabb torn MCL. Okay, well, I got the better of that injury. It just looks like he's not going to be playing this game. So I could live with that. He was out for the season. I might as well just quit now.
The Bears can climb back into it with a score before half here. They will start this drive at their own 20-yard line. Wayne crushes him behind the line at the 17.
Nate Wayne targeted the ball carrier early and didn't even let him get back to the line of scrimmage.
That's his second tackle so far. Second down, 13 yards to go.
I still got a great defense, okay? I got rid of Peanut.
Second down, 3 wideouts in the game.
Giving up 2 huge plays on that game was only
Lewis makes a play on this one and forces the incomplete.
So I only scored 7 points the last game, which I think I could score more, but I don't know about Jonathan Quinn.
Quinn rifles this one hard.
Quinn we trust.
Jonathan Quinn throws right past the coverage and into his receiver's hands. Nice throw.
What a pass, and he is generating some great numbers.
Oh, absolutely, Dan. So far, he's got 133 yards and 1 touchdown.
First down, 1 man back. Gets the sack, and the clock will continue.
Devon Kearse gets to his man in the backfield for a big loss.
That's a man. It's a man rushing in.
Second and 17. Ball at the Bears 30 yards.
Puts him down in the backfield, and the clock continues to run. Let's go back and revisit that last tackle in the backfield. Great stop.
Well, that's indicative of the kind of play that earned Devon Kearse his nickname, the Freak. This guy's motor's always in high gear, and when he's 100% healthy, he is a terror to the opposing lineman. Look at last year's stats there. That's a lot of quarterback bruises there.
Catches it over the middle, and he will be well short of the marker.
Lito Shepard chases his man down and gets him before the marker. It's worth another look. Yep, he let some yards get by, but he made the stop when he had to.
That will... Maynard gets ready to punt this away.
Oh, we still got a second half. Queen's throwing good. Given their big play experience so far, I'll drain as much clock as I can.
Maynard takes the long snap and pummels this one deep.
That was almost a perfect punt. Could have had a chance at a safety.
The Eagles offense takes the field with the clock at 7.
Down!
Well, my experience really is that
Flags down at the 24.
Grossman has. And I wasn't using Anthony
for the first half of this one. The Eagles enjoying the lead, 17-7. And now let's send you to Chris Berman in our studios in Bristol for the ESPN halftime report. Boomer?
Okay, Dana, we'll get back to you guys in a moment. Welcome, everybody, to the ESPN Halftime Show. I'm Chris Berman. A look inside the numbers from our first half and look at the discrepancy in sacks thus far. The Bears are certainly losing because of it. It's hard to win when you play like that. Let's get started on this one early in the first quarter. After driving 56 yards on 8 plays, David Akers is called upon to attempt a field goal. This one, good. A 41-yard field goal. The Eagles strike first and go up by 3. The Bears, midway through the first, defense. Michael Vick is going to bounce this one to the outside. And look at the execution up front. He's in the clear.
Good things were going.
The Eagles after a red zone stop. Eagles winning by 3. Todd Pinkston came up with a big play as he was able to pull this one in. They're now up by 10.
I can't run now.
The Bears answer right back. Jonathan Quinn connected with his man on this one. A 13-yard touchdown for the Bears. Bears back 10-7. Todd Pinkston came up with a huge play here as they cover a lot of real estate on this one. A 63-yard touchdown for the Eagles. The Eagles move ahead by 10. The Bears midway through the second. Jonathan Quinn would find his target on this one. And that's where we'll leave this one. Bears are down at the half, 17-7. Today's halftime hero has turned in an incredible performance thus far. Todd Pinkston has taken over this game.
What's going on over
So that does it for our halftime report. We'll send you back now to the second half of this one. Dan Stevens and Peter O'Keefe are there. Gentlemen.
Thanks, Chris. And today's game has been presented in ESPN Game Sound, designed and developed in collaboration with Dolby, the leader.
That's right. Zoom on the quarters.
In surround sound technology. The Bears get the ball first this half, and they could use a score right out of the gates to get back into this one. They currently trail 17-7. Let's get down to the field and the action. Well, Peter, some interesting information up on the screen.
Oh, you bet. There's the numbers, Dan, and you can see that they are struggling. They need to start simple, just string a few plays together, and then use that momentum to build your drives. Let's see what happens.
The Bears stalled early last drive, and you have to wait and see what happens here.
Jonathan Quinn definitely throws this one off the wrong foot, which has got to impact the throw. That makes it easy pickings to get picked up. He knew that was rotten for the moment it left his hands.
That's the first time he's been picked off today, and by the look on his face, well, he knows he should not have thrown that one.
That is one unhappy man.
The Eagles are going to try and capitalize on the interception. They'll start this drive at the 30-yard line. Briggs tracks him down and gets the sack way back at the 38.
Lance Briggs got the sack, but he was totally unblocked. You need to at least lay a hand on someone to slow him down a bit.
The defensive design worked flawlessly, and the Reds spot the ball well behind the original line of scrimmage.
What a way to derail a series from the onset.
Second and long ahead.
Joe Odom played his coverage very snug, and as a result, the pass was incomplete.
On second down, they try for the first, but it's played well by the defense. That will bring up third down.
Nice pressure that time.
Quarterback that has some speed and scrambling. That's how I prefer to play football games. My QB has some ability.
Down!
Blake unloads this one to the left. He connects at the 20. Finally dropped at the 10. First down.
Terrell Owens executed a nice move after the catch to get away.
First down with a split backfield.
Down! Switch! Black 85! Switch! Black 85! Hut! Hut! Hut!
Westbrook gets the toss and goes into traffic. Stop at the 7.
Really need to hold them to a field goal to have a chance.
Second and 6. Ball at the 7.
Down! Set!
Hunts him down and then finally tackles him just behind the line.
Brian Urlacher not only cleaned the ball carrier's clock in the backfield, but buffed and polished it too. Big hit for a loss.
That took some strength, Peter. You can't plow him down the way you plow through a buffet line.
It depends on what you're serving. Prime rib, watch out. But it's all about getting in position to make the grab, and watch here. Oh, that's perfect position.
Boy, that was a heads-up play to come away with his first interception of the game.
Yeah, you got to love a view like that.
Bears have had some trouble moving the ball recently. We'll see what they do on this drive as they start at their own 20-yard line. Johnson goes in motion.
It's hard to replace him.
Jones gets it off the toss and runs into traffic.
Michael Lewis laid his man out like a Thanksgiving dinner. And with that big loss, it's the offense that's the turkey.
That'll be his fourth tackle of the contest.
Marty Booker had 3 guys covering him. But look what happens. Incredible catch.
The balls are coming his way in the middle, and he's making them pay. You have to like his performance so far.
Well, Dan, I like any receiver who's willing to go over the middle and sacrifice the body to make the catch.
Well, zings it to the right side, and it falls incomplete.
Well, I'll tell you what happened. Donovan McNabb got injured on the first drive, and he tore his MCL. And I decided, since there was all
second
these
down, 2
acquisitions,
wideouts on the field.
He got injured on the first drive. So now you got Jonathan Quinn versus Detmer.
Marty Booker is head-to-head on this one with the pass coverage, and the ball is waiting for him downfield. That's a great catch. It's all about being in the right place at the right time, Dan. Perfect execution.
That's another medium-range catch for him. He's really found his niche in there.
And unless he starts getting shut down, there's no reason for him to move out of it.
Quinn throws this on a rope, and it's intercepted.
Quinn doesn't have any speed on his throw.
Michael Lewis shows why you think twice before throwing a pass in his neighborhood. Watch. Great presence of mind to try for the football there.
Well, that's their second interception of the game, and Stingy is appearing to be the model for their defense.
Give me the ball.
The Eagles were intercepted last time out. We'll see what happens here. We'll start at the
36 was the intended receiver. Jerry Azuma with the cover.
second down, 2 receivers to the left.
Down! Set!
Blake rifles it out left side, and it's intercepted.
Check out the interception here on the replay, man. Watch how he reacts to get in the ball's path. Nice.
I don't know what
Bears and their last drive stall out at the end. We'll see if they can keep momentum throughout this one, which starts at Jones has his number called on first down and rambles for about 5.
Second and 5.
Jones takes it off and runs into traffic. Stopped at the 46. Third down from the on.
The second game of the season, I surprised myself with beating the Packers at home.
Simon gets the sack way back.
Corey Simon nails the offense with a huge loss. Watch how he zeroes in on the target. Ouch! Oh, he sacked him way back there. Great play.
Another sack, and he's got 2 for the game. Quinn really wipes his chest, and they
Marty Booker reels in the catch despite being covered by 2 defenders. Dan, I guess you just can't be intimidated. Check this out. Oh, yeah, it's all about being focused. He had his eye on the ball the whole time. He knew where he had to be.
Peter, that was not necessarily a safe call, but it was a successful call. What do you think of going for it on 4th versus punting?
I wouldn't have done it. Look, it's only 3rd quarter. There's still plenty of time left in the game before you got to resort to risky calls like that. Ryan Dawkins came in and got a hand on that football and left no chance for a reception there.
They have really gotten after the ball as a team today. That is their 5th batted ball.
Nice, aggressive
Quinn throws a heat.
Jonathan Quinn really lets this one go, and from the wrong foot, no less. That's a quarterback. Look, Dan, great receiving yards there. That will help your fantasy team.
Jones will get stopped at the line, and that will bring up second down.
Bust the run.
Second and 9.
Quinn rifles this one hard over the middle, and it is not reeled in. Incomplete.
Nate Wayne did a beautiful job on that last play covering the post route. That pass never had a chance. Incomplete.
You know, as a team, they are batting down passes left and right. That is their 6th so far.
Wow, great anticipation of the pass.
Third down, tight end to the left. This pass will fall harmlessly to the ground, and it's incomplete. That will bring up 4th down.
Bernard Berry was open on the outskirts there, but just couldn't make the grab. Incomplete.
Peter, in third down situations, they have not been successful
Yeah, there's an
at all with the
update. And look,
pass.
he's out for
His
the game.
play was more proof.
Boy, third is such a crucial down game. And when you don't convert, it really hurts.
Quinn puts his arm into this one, and it falls in.
Jonathan Quinn must have thought his receiver would make the play on this one. His man was in zone coverage and double covered. That's what you call risk-taking. And he got away with an incomplete pass. Whew, could have easily been picked off.
They wanted to keep the drive alive and play catch-up, but could not convert on 4th down.
Dan, poor execution by this offense. They really needed it.
The Eagles have turned the ball over the past 2 times out. They need to hold on to it as they start this drive at their 34-yard line. Second down, 4 yards to go.
It's going to be a tough matchup, but Pinkston's the one that's killing it.
Westbrook takes this one way out left.
Impressive yards in the ground here. Check it out. Boy, that's some nice running. It's all about field vision. And if you can see where you have room to roam, good things happen.
A well-designed play there, Peter, and they will move the chain.
Great execution.
Pinkston goes in motion.
Blue 36.
Let's go.
Westbrook catches it in the flat and has some
Brian Westbrook has hands to make the...
Forget that it's half.
And that'll do it for the third quarter. The Eagles enjoying a lead, 17-7.
Come on! We ain't going down like this! Down! Set!
It's past the line and rambles for about 5.
Terrell Owens administered a block on that last play like an O-liner. That's something you don't see very often.
They move the ball, and it will be second down. Second down, just a single receiver on the field.
Brown 22!
Westbrook picks up a yard on the play, and that will bring up third down.
Tight man here. We don't get another guy done.
Switch! Black 15! Switch! Black 15!
Owens goes in motion. Westbrook carries it for the 12th time.
Okay, bring him out.
It's going to be close. It's going to be close.
No first, baby, no first. Yeah, no first, baby, no first.
Short.
Man.
Fourth down, and the field goal unit is on the field.
Number 10, hold.
Akers kicks from 37 yards out, and it's...
David Akers takes the field goal, but watch how...
David Akers kicking off for the Eagles.
The ref gets the signal, and we're set.
It's a struggle.
Akers rockets this one deep. Azuma decides to take it out of the end zone. Tackle at the 23.
Jerry Azuma got out close to the 20 on that one, so his decision to take it out of the end zone didn't really pay off, but it didn't really hurt him either.
Here, offense has stalled late in their drives the past few games. We'll see if they can finally score as they start this one at their own 23-yard line. Booker reels in the football and is well past the markers for a first down. Quinn passes this one, and it's intercepted. Brought down at the 44.
Jonathan Quinn just floats him up a little bit too much.
Nate Wayne knows he doesn't have a shot at it unless he jumps for it. And, man, he timed it perfectly.
The Eagles are in control, but it's far from over. The offense comes out and will start this drive at the 44-yard line. Westbrook carries this one off to the right and heads upfield. No one in front of him. 10 and touchdown.
Well, we just got to forget about
Brian Westbrook sticks close to his blockers here.
David Akers to attempt the extra point. Number 10, holding.
Now the extra point, and it's good. The ref gets the signal, and we're set. Akers rockets this one deep.
Best quarterback was
Azuma decides to take it out of the end zone.
Which
tackled at the 21.
Jerry Azuma took it out of the end zone, and while it may have been a little risky, he gets out close to the 20. So it all comes out in the wash on that play.
Bears offense comes out, and they are way down late in the game. They'll need some magic as they start this drive at their own 21-yard line. Quinn zings it to the right side, and he hits his man for a pickup of 9. Lewis makes a play on this and forces the incompletion.
Michael Lewis got himself in prime position to bat away that football before the receiver even had a shot at it.
Another batted ball. They have been attacking the pass every chance they get.
That's right, Jerry. You know, why simply defend the pass when you can obliterate it?
Quinn throws a heater right sideline, and they convert on third down. First down, 2 wideouts on the field. Booker grabs the fastball over the middle, and he's got the first down and a whole lot more.
Well, Quinn's had some nice throws, but
Hurst sacks him way back at the 47.
Javon Curse forced the offense back a few yards with a terrific sack in the backfield back there.
That will be their 5th sack of the day, and they have been simply relentless so far.
And they haven't let up all game. That's what you want, somebody whose motor never stops.
Reese makes a play on this and forces the incompletion.
Mike Reese came in and got a hand on that football and left no chance for a reception there.
That'll give us a third down, and the defense was ready for that call.
Well played, and a good job of not giving up the short pass.
Third down. The clock is stopped at 1:56. Quinn rifles this one hard over the middle, and the catch is made for the first. The clock continues to tick down. First down coming up on the 10th play of the drive. Jones gains 3 yards, and the clock will continue to run.
Liz. Strong back. I got 86.
Quinn throws this one right sideline, and this one is incomplete.
Pass interference, number 57, defense. The ball is placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
Keith Adams gets a little too physical with his man here. As you can see, he gets the flag for it, too. Yeah, that's a good pass interference call. He was all over.
Take it.
Pass it going over the top.
First and goal.
Quinn!
Ball at the 7.
Got it.
Rips him down in the backfield, and the clock continues to run.
Jerome McDougal got the sack, but he was totally unblocked. You need to at least lay a hand on someone to slow him down a bit.
And Another sack by this defensive squad, and they have generated, well, some very shocking numbers.
Not too much shocking, but turf feeding, yes.
I'll be in the
Quinn
business
throws a
for
beauty to the right side,
back
and it's
quarterback.
intercepted.
Quentin Michael shows why you think twice before throwing a pass in his neighborhood. Watch. Great presence of mind to try for the football there.
Yet another interception for this defense, and they're making passing just about impossible so far.
Absolutely. Great reads, great jumps on the ball, great athletes. It's all happening down there.
The Eagles will start this drive deep in their own territory with the clock at 59. Perry gets the handoff, and he's stopped. The clock continues to run.
Bruce Perry played smart and used his blockers to perfection on that last play.
Peter, what a nice pickup to get them into a second and short situation.
Yeah, great play, and now they have a bunch of options on what to try next.
Rips him down in the backfield, and the clock will continue to run.
Gary Azuma was a one-man wrecking crew back there. He powered into the backfield and made the tackle.
That's his second tackle so far. Third down, one man down. McMullen goes in motion.
Green 15.
No reason to prolong the agony on this one. Just take the loss.
And that is going to do it for this one. The Eagles come out on top, 27-7. For my partner, Peter O'Keefe, this is Dan Stevens saying goodbye until next time.
Hey, nice job. Hey, good job out there.
Big boy, Andy Reid.
That's right, fellas. That's right, fellas. We got it.
Okay, Dan, thank you very much. And let's welcome all of you back to the studio. I'm Chris Berman here to bring you our ESPN Video Games post-game wrap-up. The Eagles stepped it up for sure, putting up some good numbers. Let's start this on the first play from scrimmage in the second half. Sheldon Brown is reading the quarterback's eyes all the way as he's able to get his hands on this one and pick it off. The Eagles on defense already in the red zone. Joe Odom would come up with the big play to kill a drive as he was able to step in front of a wayward pass for an INT. The Bears, after a red zone stop, Bears down by 10. Michael Lewis shows some great awareness here as he gets himself into position to pick this one off. The Eagles have it off an interception. Joe Odom was in the right place at the right time, as his interception was a possible momentum shifter. Eagles ahead, 17-7.
Teams were missing.
Jonathan Quinn would drop back and deliver a strike on this one.
Just the top wide receiver.
The
Once they got
Eagles,
T.O.,
after a stop on fourth down, Brian Westbrook found a soft spot on the defense, and it worked to his advantage. That set up a 38-yard field goal. Bears trailing by 13. Nate Wayne was in the right place at the right time, as his interception was a possible momentum shifter. The Eagles have it off an interception. Brian Westbrook got the carry here. Once he found a lane, he was gone. A 44-yard touchdown for the Eagles. Eagles up 27-7. Quentin McKell would come up with the big play to kill a drive as he was able to step in front of a wayward pass for an INT. And that's where we'll leave this one. Eagles come away with a win, 27-7. Now let's check in with our player of the game, a guy who made one big-time catch after another to help seal the win for his team. Todd Pinkston was kind enough to give us a moment of his time, and he's on the field with Susie Calvert. Susie?
Thank you, Chris. You were fantastic, and you prevailed with a big victory. What do you think was the critical factor in getting the W?
And to be honest, we just believed in each other and we believed in what we're trying to do as a team. And unfortunately, smiled upon us, and we were able to travel in the end.
Why we can't
Chris,
do this
back
anymore?
to you.
I mean,
Thanks for tuning into ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports for 25
NBA
years and
2K,
counting.
but they made
I'm
it more
Chris
about
Berman.
the
We'll see you next time.
Than actually anything else. PS2 version of this doesn't show highlights? Really? Might just buy an Xbox now. See, I didn't know that. I know they still did the weekly wrap-ups, though. On the PS2 version. So I had a friend that had it. That would show me, like, look what you can do with this game. Simulate the week. My Dawkins tore it up. Alright, well, let's see how this week went. About to cut to the Chris Berman weekly wrap-up on ESPN. Sports Center.
This is Sports Center. Hey, I'm Chris Berman. Got a lot of games to cover. Let's get at it. In our first game this week, we had the Packers put on a show and come out on top by 20. In a long-standing AFC rivalry, we had the Patriots pick up win number 2. The Dolphins generated some decent numbers for a team ranked at the bottom of the league, but they still ended up losing this week. Peyton Manning threw for over 200 yards and helped his Colts beat the Jaguars.
Queen almost threw for 3.
Eagles, Bears.
Oh, boy.
Todd Pinkston was definitely a key.
Here we go.
He was able to work his way open for a big one here. The Eagles go on to win this by the final score of 27-7.
Brown was fast enough and missed the tackle.
We had an interesting free agency pickup of note here. Trey's got the lowdown for us. Trey?
Jamie Duncan will have a new place to call home as he accepts a new contract. 2 years, $1.7 million. This week had some big injuries, and we'll get to all of them. We're going to start right here. Tyler Brayton is arguably the biggest name on this list. A hairline fracture of the arm is the initial report, and the doctors are saying he'll be out for the rest of the regular season. There's a chance, however, they'll get him back for the playoffs. Now, on to even bigger news, as you may have already heard. Donovan McNabb was put on injured reserve after the ballgame. So now they'll have to make do without their team leader for the rest of the year.
Yep,
so that'll do it for now. Boomer, back to you.
In the land of the crab cakes, Baltimore, we had the Ravens walk away with a 6-point victory. Redskins, Browns. Daylon McCutcheon
is so dangerous. He looks in the eyes of the quarterback. Look at that perfectly. It's an overthrow. And he's got it to the 15, the 10, the 5, 6 points.
The Browns go on to win this by the final score of 28-14.
Jeff Garcia still doing
Over in the stadium, we had the Panthers lose by 6 points. The 49ers got 300-plus yards from their offense in their victory at 3Com Park. The Titans won big on the road and will have to travel again next week when they meet the Packers. Bengals, Steelers. Chad Johnson ready to go at the 16-yard line. Makes a move, spins. He's got daylight. Beautiful pass. Boy, did that look easy for the Titans. The Bengals win this one by the final score of 35-24. Ace, Deuce, and plenty of use McAllister rushed for over 50 yards and helped his Saints beat the Cardinals. Michael Clayton stepped it up this week and gave his team some added firepower for the win. And in our final game, we had the Raiders come away victorious. So that'll just about do it. But before we go, I'm going to toss out a few game balls to my prime-time players. Each and every one of these men had a week to remember. That'll do it, sports fans. I'm Chris Berman, and thanks so much for joining us here in the Bristol studios. We'll see you next week right here on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.
Still up there. Can they be stopped? Who's up next? What time is it? Anyone still watching want to see another game? Let's see anyways. Try to trade Mike Allstott. Sure, they're down for another game. Let's just save over this. Xbox coming through with its own hard drive. Where's the injuries? Don't tell me I have to play another game quick. It's just not right. His rating's 50. It's unbelievable. Oh man. I don't want to go to the crib. I kind of just want to see the injuries. Still injured, huh? I need to make a trade. Look at my backups, they're terrible. What is wrong with him? I'm not saying. I don't know where else you would be able to check that. Alright, let's try to trade. What is expendable? Just engage? This is expendable. Aaron's pretty good. We're getting rid of my whole line that just got torn up. Odom was out there making picks. I just don't see anything else that's that expendable. My running back situation is not good. How bad do all my receivers be? Just engage. Oh, there's no set of goals in this game yet. So let's see. We can have a fast quarterback. I want to be able to scramble. That's the thing. Olex is 75. Of course, he's not going to be fast. Palmer. Louse. That's kind of good. Looking for a scrubby QB that's fast. Down the count. I don't think I have to give up Justin Gage for him. Why? Tony Banks can run. The team is young. On the count on the Browns. I gotta keep it in mind. These guys are all slow. The team is pretty decent. Mitch Trubisky. Yes, he can. Oh, Beauty, but he's too good. Oh, they made him slow. Look at that lineup. Philip Rivers, Drew Brees, and Doug Flutie. Those are some good quarterbacks on one team. The Browns might be the best bet. How are you still live? You kids. Dude, I'm doing it right now, man. I'm just gonna have to join my stream and join in on the fun. Searching for a quarterback with Quincy Carter. Oh, but he's too good. I can't trade for him. Jeff Blake. Definitely different than Madden ratings. The Rams. So far, the guy in the Browns. Good. Oh, Chad Pennington just rocks out. Oh, I remember Mike McMahon. Yeah, they played him for a little bit. They thought he was going to do something. Panthers. Ooh, Rodney Pete. Why is he so slow? I guess he's slow. Tecmo Super Bowl is the second fastest player in the game. You want me to turn down the game audio a tad? Okay, buddy. There you go. There you go. Patriots had a couple. Okay, here's the Rams. No, I don't think Banks. Oh, Cordell still in the game. There he is. That's who I need to trade for. I need to get Cordell on this team. Give him a second stint with the Bears. He's 85. That's pretty even. See if they do it. See their wide receivers. Well, they're giving them. Cannot trade because of the cap. ESPN blasting. Alright, we'll turn it down. Is it better now? Alright, let's see how we can make the salaries work. Bears, who am I paying a lot of money to? Jones got a contract for himself. Perfect. Oh, Colombo sucked. Yeah, they're giving Cordell a lot of money. Urlacher. 96, 3 mil. I just don't know who to give them. I can't give them Thomas Jones. Give it Terrell. Two receivers. Can't do that. I only have 2 tight ends. Should I make my line worse? Who cares, right? I wonder if they do an offensive lineman for him, so I'll just try to take him out, see what happens. Okay, let's do it. I got Cordell now. My line's a little worse for it. But we still got guys at the position, so. Vic's out, so now we're running QB team. So now I can at least play like I want to in this game, even if Vic is still out. Alright, this is definitely the last one of the night. For me, but bye week, maybe Vic will be good. Need to train the players. Now we're deep at quarterback with how we want to play. So you got to simulate the week before.
Hey, I'm Chris Berman. Coming up on ESPN, when you're
We're making some sacrifices.
Intimidating linebackers in the game today, you got to figure the name Brian Urlacher will be right up at the top. He'll likely be.
When do I stream games for this specifically? Whenever I can. I'm doing a full season. This is game 5. I do a lot of all retro sports games. A lot of Tecmo Super Bowl, did some NHL 94 earlier today, and NBA Live 98. We usually stream a few times a week. This week's going to be heavier because of the break between Christmas and New Year's, but always on Monday nights, and then whenever else we can.
We'll see how he does once the game.
Just take a look at the YouTube channel. You'll see a bunch of the stuff that we do on the channel, games we play. Oh, looks like Vic's back on the field. But I'm still not. I still needed to make that trade because I don't want what happened in the last game to happen again. Well, John, if Tecmo Super Bowl is your favorite game, then you found the right place because we're half the things we stream is Tecmo Super Bowl. So you probably want to subscribe to the channel. We just streamed the family Christmas Eve Tecmo Super Bowl tournament 2 days ago. So that's on the channel.
The Redskins offense will start this drive at their own 20-yard line. Gardner catches the hard throw, and he's looking for
Thank God, right now. There is something going on that side. Who is over there getting toasted?
Brunell throws right past the coverage and into his receiver's hands. Nice throw.
What a play. A massive pickup and an obvious first down, Peter.
They weren't thinking first down as much as they were thinking touchdown on that baby.
Oh, you watch it? Cool.
Brunell throws a ball to the flat, and the reception is made for a pickup of maybe a yard.
Alright, that's why we trade away Peanut for Vic. Among other guys.
I thought that he would have been the loser in that matchup, Peter, but somehow he made the tackle.
It's real hard to bring down someone that much stronger than you. He had the perfect angle to make the play.
The Redskins are just tearing it
well
up.
past the markers for a first down.
First and 10. Ball at 25.
Down! Set!
Portis launches this one left of center and chews up about 4 on the play.
There we go. Positive defense on that one.
Second and 6. Ball at 21.
Down! Set!
Pritchett goes in motion.
Matt right now chatting in the stream is my brother. If he does a stream after this one, it's going to be 24/7 Retro Sports Gator channel stream.
Not a lot of room on that play. It would be third down. Third down, 5 yards to go. Brunell throws a big
What is he doing?
Mark Brunell makes
He's
a
right there.
completion in
Watching.
double coverage here. Wow.
Takes field goal block.
Bears want to talk it over, and they take their first time out.
Not that the defense is going to be that different, but it's still the first half, so I can correct it.
First and goal.
All right.
Down! Set!
You
try your best, man.
This one will fall incomplete.
Brian Kozlowski looked like he was all over that one, but it just
Trying to
got
sneak
away
one back
somehow.
in.
Tough incompletion.
Potential for a quick first down, but no, they cannot hook up the pass.
You can take a shot in that situation, and it's really not going to hurt you. It's a good call.
That'll bring up second down.
Good play coming up. Strong runner in the backfield and a great receiver on the line.
Portis.
He'll get stopped at the line, and that will bring up third down.
Make this happen.
Come on, Portis. You better go forward, not back.
I have seen Smoke. He was supposed to play in the football league, but he hasn't come back.
Kozlowski grabs the fastball over the middle, and that's a touchdown.
I thought he dropped it.
Brian Kozlowski had 3 guys covering him, but look what happens.
He did drop it.
Incredible catch.
Great effort to get him into the end zone, Peter.
Yeah, that's how to play the game. 110%.
I can't challenge it. What crap is this game?
John Hall.
He dropped the ball.
Here's the point.
Well, we'd be glitching in the first half.
The ref gets the signal, and we're set. Hall booms a beauty here. This will fly out of the end zone for a touchback. What a kick.
All right, let's get at this.
The Bears will start this first play of the drive at their own 20-yard line. Vic pulls this one hard over the middle, and it's off. Incomplete.
Desmond Clark had a chance for a mid-range completion back there, but he just couldn't connect. No catch.
Watch the pass. Here it comes. Watch the throw. Watch the throw. Down!
Eventually
time.
Will be first down.
Time to tear it up.
Back against the wall on that play. Man, bunch of receivers out there. Defense is expecting that, and they go to nickel.
Vick rifles it out left side, and it got away from him a bit. Incomplete.
No, Vick has a can't.
Michael Vick
Compared
had
to
a
what I
ton
was
of pressure
feeling
on that
last
one
game
and
with
had to
Jonathan
let go
Quinn.
prematurely. Inaccurate and incomplete.
Potential
Makes
for
you
some
want to
nice
travel to the
yards, but
Midwest
it
for a
falls
technical
incomplete.
tournament.
That will bring up
Yeah, there's not much
second
going
down.
on.
Second down from the shotgun.
It's just good.
McDaniels hands the offense a huge loss by getting the sack way in the backfield. Check.
Third and 21.
Vick uncorks this to the left sideline, and
We can get for
John Diamond let his man get some yards on the play, but then he stopped him. Let's check it out.
He gave up Ruben Brown for a backup QB.
Before the marker.
And I'll tell you what, this looks
He was
like
hurt.
it wasn't that difficult to tackle.
I can't
but
go with Jonathan
he had his
Quinn
hands full.
again.
Yeah, looks can be deceiving, Dan. He really
He goes
had to
down.
square
Like,
himself
that's auto
perfectly
loss.
to make that
So,
play.
yeah, they get to deal with the offensive lineman being gone. Well, I hit X there to pass, and he dove.
Unblocked and nails him to the ground.
So,
the O-line should be embarrassed.
The Redskins offense
That's
takes
not
the
a pretty
field,
play.
and can they capitalize on the defensive stop? Well, they'll start this drive at the
It's probably going to be
43-yard line.
incomplete anyways.
Portis goes in motion. Brunell airs this one to the left sideline, and it's complete at the 20.
Rod Gardner faces double coverage on this play, but still comes out with the ball. Nice throw and...
You think it was a bad trade, Ruben Brown for a backup QB?
Green, 17.
No good. Incomplete.
With the deflection. Second and 10. Ball at the 22-yard line.
Down. Set. Green, 18.
Let's go.
Green, 18. Hut, hut.
Still got her leg running squad.
Brunell throws a bullet.
Here we
here,
go, Mike
and
Brown.
it's intercepted. Down at the 24.
Finally makes a good play.
Dan, this is a nice interception. Check his position out to make the grab. Got it.
Boy, that was a heads-up play.
Who's
to come
commenting
away
is
with
me?
his first interception of the game.
Yeah, you gotta love D like that.
The Bears stalled early last drive, and we'll have to wait and see what happens here. They'll start at their own 24-yard line. Johnson pitches the heater left.
All right.
Robert Johnson must be wondering if he's in the twilight zone, Dan. There was absolutely no one there to cover him. It doesn't get much easier than that. Yep, the D must have called the wrong formation, I think. That was a blown play all the
Johnson
way.
really wasn't part of the offense with the other QBs. Rex Grossman
And let me tell you, Dan, one of those chains moves is one of the best sounds in the game for an offense.
Not taking any chances.
Has to resort to plan B on this play. That's why he gets the big bucks, Dan. He makes it happen no matter what. Oh, yeah, that scramble got him a nice gain. You can't coach that. That's just instinct.
Season's about to open up. Oh, yeah, it's way more fun to play with them. He's a jet in there. It's also fun to play with the quarterback that has rocket arm.
That's a great play. Check it out. Ooh, nice, accurate throw.
First down, one man back. Flags down at the 27.
Okay, here we go.
IP counter. IP
Second
counter.
and 6. Ball
Down.
at the 27.
Oh, this guy's catching me.
At the 21.
Michael Vick decided at the last moment to scramble back there.
Not been good in 3rd and inches with this team. Won't only run a draw or a trap. Not gonna work.
And that'll do it for quarter number 1. The Redskins are out in front, 7-0.
All right, let's see if we can get this one.
Jones gets the handoff and passes it on. Rush down at the 17. First down.
Thomas Jones played it smart back there by following his blockers, and that allowed him to make some good yards.
A big gain on 3rd, and they will easily move the chain.
Perfect call for the situation, Dan. No trouble in getting it first.
Oh, no one's there. That's a touchdown. And that's why you trade for Mike Vick. First touchdown as a Bear after being injured in his first game.
And he turns in a pretty successful
The
play.
rollout where no one's home with Mike Vick.
That touchdown will cut it close, Peter.
That was a big play. Way to stay in the game.
Here's the point after, and the extra point is good. There's the signal, and we're ready.
Huge boot. Teams re-energized after 2 losses in a row. Getting their quarterback injured on the first drive.
End zone for a touchback.
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
Yeah. All right. Good night. It was nice having you for a few moments.
The Redskins were intercepted last time out. We'll see what happens here. We'll start at their own 20-yard line. Pritchett goes in motion. Portis picks up about 2, and that will bring up 2nd down. And he did a super job of lining up his man, and then pow, taking him down.
That's a great battle down there, Dan. This time, the D won.
2nd and 8. Ball Redskins, 22-yard line.
Brown, 69.
Coles didn't haul that one in, and it falls incomplete.
Bernius Coles had some room on the outside on that play, but catching the ball was a different story. Incomplete.
That would have gotten the first, but it's incomplete, and it will be 3rd down.
Set. Brown, 31.
Brunell just rifles this one, and it's incomplete.
Rod Gardner dropped the ball so fast there, you'd think it bit him on the thumb or something.
Peter, in 3rd down situations, has not been successful at all with the pass. This play was
Boy, 3rd is such a crucial down, Dan. And when you don't convert, it really hurts.
Nash takes it at the 36. Tackled at the 47.
Nathan Basher did a nice job getting some yards after fielding the solid punt.
Bears offense takes the field, and they are already they'll start at their 47 yard line. Arrington gets the sack, way back at the 38.
2nd and 19. Ball Bears, 38-yard line.
Marty Booker with his coverage, man. The finer points of pass patterns. Maybe get away from me. I have the ball to catch.
He really beat his man. That was bad coverage.
He's just a great receiver, though. He knew where he had to be, and he was there.
That was the first time they even looked long in this game.
The question is, why weren't they stretching it out in the first quarter?
First down, 2 tight ends in the game. Vick rifles this one hard over the middle,
there.
and it falls incomplete.
David Terrell had that one come right to him back there. You have to catch those passes, baby.
That's his first drop of the game, and while every drop does hurt, you can't throw too much blame on him for that.
That would have been a tough catch.
actually runs out at
Ooh, he was looking.
Michael
Coming
Vick
for
does
that
a
late hit.
last-minute razzle-dazzle
Hold
here,
up, though.
and he gets some yards.
no one in front of him. And touchdown.
There we go. No one's there. Pressure's not getting there.
Michael Vick does a little last-minute razzle-dazzle here.
You don't need
Get some yards.
Brown. When the quarterback can run like this, you just need someone to hold the block for a few seconds.
Production for him, Dan. He's that kind of player. You don't see this out of just any old quarterback. 100-yard games are usually reserved for your starting running back.
Here's the extra point.
That one did sound your team.
It's good. The ref gets the signal, and we're set. Edinger booms a beauty here. Number 85 decides to take it out of the end zone. Fumble. The Bears have it. Stop at the 21.
After that bye week.
Panic when the ball got loose, and that was why he was able to reel it back in the boat.
Play.
Bears will start a drive with the lead for the first
Thanks, John.
time
I
in this
appreciate
game.
it.
They'll
Thanks for
begin
staying
at
up
the
for a bit.
21-yard line.
No.
Tackled at the 10.
Threw a pick.
Sean Springs shows why
Didn't
you
have to
think
do
twice
that.
before throwing a pass in his neighborhood. Watch.
Right away.
Great presence of mind to try for the football there.
Boy, that was a heads-up play to come away with his first interception of the game.
Yeah, you got to love D like that.
The Redskins are going to try and capitalize on the interception.
So much for the
They'll
fun.
start this drive at their own 10-yard line. Brunell zings it to the right side, and it's tipped. Incomplete.
Lance Briggs came in and got a hand on that football and left no chance for a reception there.
A nice defensive play will give him his second batted ball of the game.
Yeah, great read there.
Brown, 22.
I'm on the, is it called All Pro? It's not the top one. It's the right one right
does a
underneath.
great job here battling three defenders. It's definitely worth a second look. Let's watch. And he still comes up with the ball. Wow, you can't coach that.
Peter, I'm sure he's happy to bring that one in. The last three passes to him have all been
Good
incompletion.
NFL
He's
quarterback.
struggling a bit there,
Throws
but
pro.
this may turn him around.
Gardner goes in motion. Throws right up the middle and chews up about 4 on
Yeah,
the play.
playing on that skill level, I was surprised to win the first few games that I played. I
Second
haven't
down,
played this
with three
game in a while
receivers to the
before
left.
that. Redskins running the ball.
Sticks close to his blockers here. And it pays off.
Nice second down call, and they will move the chain.
On offense, it was always a plus to avoid third down altogether, just like that.
Portis carries it for the third time in a row.
Wide
He
receivers.
picks up one on the play.
Not good. Not a good look for Urlacher.
Second down, 2 wideouts on the field.
I shed these blocks.
This pass will
That's
fall
coming up.
harmlessly
This
to the
is
ground,
huge possession.
and it's incomplete. Brunell tips it to the left sideline.
That's
It
there,
is not
but
reeled in.
he did not turn around.
Phineas Coles ran a post pattern on that last play, but he couldn't make the catch.
That's the third incompletion his way, Peter.
Yeah, and he's starting to
Give
look a
another
little
chance
frustrated down there,
at
too.
the throw and
Tupa
pick.
lines up for the punt. Tupa gets the snap and punts it away. Nasher fields the punt at the 24. Round to a halt at the 32.
Nathan Vasher did a nice job getting some yards after fielding the solid punt.
The Bears are looking for some separation before half, and will start this drive at their 32-yard line. Vick hurls a bullet way down.
Justin G is ready for the call.
Complete for the first down and a whole lot more.
Michael Vick made a nice throw there. Got it right past the defender.
What a play. A massive pickup and an obvious first down, Peter.
They weren't thinking first down as much as they were thinking
one straight
touchdown.
See this Clark 88 play.
First down and 4
All the
wideouts in the
receivers go
game.
the other side. Like we double covering.
Michael Vick does a little
So if that end doesn't make a big play, they're in trouble. Because Terrell's dragging across. And they made a play. And that's what happens.
Ronaldo Wynn comes in untouched on this play and just wallops the court.
So run's not there every time. You really expect it to be.
Rips him down in the backfield and
LeVar Harrington nails his man behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to cost the offense a few yards. Oh yeah, that's a great job of getting to the quarterback. Nice sack.
good defense that's forced 2 losses in a row.
3rd and 23.
Vick really rifles this pass, and this one is incomplete.
Desmond Clark has this one in his hands and then drops it.
That's his second drop, and he cannot be happy with that. Sometimes the ball bounces your way, and sometimes it doesn't. Exactly. 4th down, and the field goal unit is
Don't know which way the wind's blowing. Good.
Edinger with the 41-yard attempt.
Surprised myself with that one.
And just sends it whizzing between the goalposts for a field goal.
That just means perfect, I guess.
The field goal will extend their lead some here in the first half.
It's still early, but the momentum is definitely behind them now.
There's the signal, and we're ready. Edinger rockets this one deep. Number 85 decides to take it out of the end zone. Breaks the tackle. Brought down at the 20.
Number 85 took it out of the end zone, and while it may have been a little risky, he gets out close to the 20, so it all comes out in the wash on that play.
We're going to play the prevent defense here.
Field with the clock at 17.
See if they run it out.
Goes in motion.
I think I get the ball back at halftime, too, so...
The dart right sideline, and that's a gain of 7 on the play.
5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Number 39, earlier.
Really? For holding?
1st and 10. Ball at the red zone, 25-yard
Takes it to his 8th carry and picks up a couple.
Bobbled up.
Linton Portis used the blocking, but this stingy defense didn't give up much at all.
It's going to be the first half.
Not much there. It'll be 2nd down.
Got to take what you can get, Dan, but they were, hoping for more.
And that'll do it for the first half of this one. The Bears enjoying the lead, 17-7. And now
Better
let's
with
send
Big
you to
Guy
Chris.
quarterback, I'll tell you that.
All right, Dan.
Too permanent
It's the game at the
sake.
half. We'll get back to you guys in a bit. First, we welcome everybody to our ESPN Halftime Report. I'm Chris Berman. Now let's take a look at the halftime stats. And boy, look at the difference in rushing yards. The Bears are winning because of it. Let's see if they can keep up their dominance in the second half. An exciting start to this one right on the first play from scrimmage. Rod Gardner had to work to find an opening, but he was able to haul this one in. 39-yard play that
It's
set up a
rough to see
Redskins
that in the
touchdown.
first play, not gonna lie.
Redskins get the first points of the game and go up by 7. Dub Bears midway through the first. Michael Vick would get the carry here. Good blocking up front to help to spring it. Redskins towards the end of the first quarter. Skins up by 7. Mike Brown is reading the quarterback's eyes all the way.
It's done much for me this season, but that was a huge play.
Dub Bears later in the second. Michael Vick finds an opening here, and he was off. A 17-yard touchdown for the Bears. Game tied 7-all. Michael Vick bounces this one to the outside, and is going to get some room to maneuver out there. A 27-yard touchdown for the Bears. Dub Bears midway through the second, this time at the 21. Sean Springs was in the right place at the right time.
Sean Springs,
as his
that's a fast
interception
corner.
was a possible momentum shifter. Dub Bears late into the second quarter. Bears ahead by 7. Justin Gage is going to try to stretch the field here. He's going to make them pay. And that's where we'll leave this one. Bears are up at the half, 17-7.
We made them pay all right.
Now let's check out the undisputed halftime hero of the first half. Michael Vick has been unstoppable. So that'll do it from here. Let's send you back out now to Dan Stevens and Peter O'Keefe.
Well, it's not a win yet. That was only halftime, Adam.
Welcome back to our broadcast presented in
The Bears were an offensive juggernaut now.
Designed and developed in collaboration with Dolby, the leader in surround sound technology. The Bears get the ball first this half, and another score by them could really open up
We had to make cuts where we felt they were necessary to make the team better.
17-7. Now let's get to the game. Darian runs out for a touchback. Peter, interesting order to the division, isn't there?
Oh, you bet.
The Bears come out on offense and are well ahead.
This is
They
prime.
have another shot to score and start this drive at their own 20-yard line. Then throws a lob right sideline, and it's tipped. Incomplete.
With the deflection. Second and 10.
They shifted the Booker. It seems to be my money play.
Three guys on this play looking for the interception.
It's not in the same formation every time, but Booker on that post.
That's a wonderful catch. The defense should be shaking their heads.
A well-designed play there, Peter, and they will move the chain.
Great execution.
I had more room, but couldn't straddle the sideline.
Improvised for a few, you know, like when I'll improv a catchphrase on the spot, something like, I don't know, can the yams, Martha? That was a doozy.
Second down, both wideouts to the right. Well, didn't haul that one in, and it falls incomplete.
David Terrell was so wide open on that last play. What a shame he didn't catch the ball. That's got to hurt.
That would have gotten the first, but it's incomplete, and it will be third.
Let's give it to your sure-handed tight end right there.
On third down.
Desmond Clark must have been pretty lonely out there on his own, but the quarterback got him the ball to cheer him up a little bit. You know, a gift basket, if you will.
I'm sure he's glad to finally make a completion, considering he's already dropped 2 today. The ball's loose.
Oh, God.
The Redskins have it.
For the goal.
Out of bounds at...
Sean Springs turns things around by forcing the ball loose. He gets recovered right here.
The Redskins want to capitalize on the fumble and will start this drive at the 48-yard line.
Well, things happen. I play defense.
Switch, black 85.
Portis gains 3 yards, and that brings up second down.
Second and 6. Ball at the 45.
Down.
Gardner pitches it in the flat and is at the 40.
Rod Gardner knows how to play ball in the
Break
NFL.
that tackle.
He makes the catch and then works for more. Well, those are some impressive
I like how
numbers.
they show
Look at
you
those
the
receiving
replay and
yards.
play window when you're selecting plays. That's a nice touch.
Check. Goal 16.
Portis picks up about 2, and that brings up second down. Second down, tight end to the left.
Down. Set.
Portis takes it for his 11th carry and heads left. Tackled at the 30.
Blocked. Non-factor. Here we go. Blitzing outside. And defense.
Portis goes in motion. Brunell throws a heater, and it's tipped. Incomplete. That will bring up fourth down.
Should.
Gary Azuma got himself in prime position to bat away that football before the
Computer will probably sink
That is
this.
their 4th batted ball. I tell you, we've seen a number of good defensive plays from this squad.
We sure have. We'll see if they can keep it up, though.
Has it sick.
John Hall puts everything he has behind this kick, but it just doesn't happen for him.
Let's see if I can get anything on the run game.
The Bears had their last drive stall out at the end.
Regular
We'll see if they can
good
build
old
momentum
fashioned.
throughout this one, which starts at their 38-yard line.
Nothing there.
Jones gets the toss and maybe picks up 1 on the play.
Watch the counter. Watch the counter. Here comes the counter. Down.
Booker gets the catch out to the right hand.
Marty Booker has just one guy on him, and he beats him easily. Even with my few extra pounds, I think I could have done a better job covering him.
I doubt that. He would have smoked you like a cigarette.
Pretty good.
The balls are coming his way in the middle, and he's
Hard Booker on that.
Gets it past 2 defenders on this one. What a throw. It's worth a second look. That's what you call confidence. Throwing into double coverage like that, and what accuracy to boot.
Again, a nice medium pass. He's been concentrating on those connections a lot today.
Yeah, it's a nice range. Gets you some good yards, but it's not so good. Marty Booker faces down 2 defenders and comes away with the football. Oh, nice catch.
That's another medium range catch for him. He's really found his niche in there.
Yeah, and unless he starts getting shut down, there's no reason for him to move out of it.
Step it up, defense. Step it up.
Arian's gonna get a chance to grow up right here.
Vick zips it to the sideline, and he's on target for a gain of 5.
Michael Vick played the pass perfectly, zeroing in on his man despite the coverage. You know, it's all about accuracy in that situation.
Another beautiful throw here in the 3rd, and he has been on game so far.
Yeah, what a boon to have a general like that on your side.
Boom. You could throw it in too.
Watch this catch here. Great job of setting the ball into your hands and picking up those critical few yards.
That touchdown is going to establish some distance between them, Peter.
That's a big score.
This is what the Bears were expecting in the last game in Soldier Field.
It's good.
Just had to wait a game to make it happen.
The ref gets the signal, and we're set. Edinger booms a beauty here. Number 85 decides to take it out of the end zone. Dragged down at the 17. Well, Peter, some interesting information up on the screen.
Oh, you bet. Well, the turnover column has the grim news, in my opinion. If you want to win, you have to hold on to the ball.
The Redskins send their offense out on the field and will start this drive at their own 17-yard line. Brunell sends it to the right side. The ball's caught at the 30.
No, they found something open.
Right there. First down.
Brunell's really not looking for the deep ball in this game.
First down, 1 man down.
Down. Set.
No, I didn't adjust anything.
Portis picks up a yard on the play, and that will bring up second
Just
down.
play on straight all pro, and whatever it gave me, it gave me.
Down, set, red, 52.
Portis gets the call on second down and heads upfield, tackled at the 38. And that'll do it for the third quarter. The Bears in command.
In Madden, was always good at using the middle linebacker, but at this game, I've been struggling with Urlacher to really impact the game. As you saw there, just missed the tackle.
Cole grabs the fastball over the middle, and they convert on third down.
They're
First
hurry
down,
up.
2 tight ends in the game. Cornell just rifles this one, and it's knocked away from the receiver, incomplete.
Mark Cornell might have had a completion there if his man had been open, but with 2 guys in the zone, it's way too risky.
Potential for some nice yards, but it falls incomplete.
Now just dropping back in some zone here. Oh, you think it's too easy? Is that why you're asking, Antonio? Well, I lost the last 2 games.
No good, incomplete. Up fourth down.
Kind of. It's a lot easier than Vic, I'll tell you that.
Tommy Harris makes his presence known on this one. He's going to hunt the ball carrier.
It's an easy trick when you got a guy this fast.
That's how you stop a conversion.
They don't convert on fourth down, Peter, pretty much squelching any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
So both guys are going to run a route, run to the right. So if I can get Vic on the outside, it's all wide open. That's an easy 13 yards.
It will be first down.
Just spread it out. And the defense isn't all in the middle.
Tackled at the 26.
Tried to dive there.
Michael Vick tried to get out of trouble on that last play, Dan, but trouble found him before he could get away. No escaping.
Second down to the shotgun. Runs out of bounds at the 21.
Third and 4.
Number 81 pitches it left.
Number 81 is man-to-man coverage.
Maybe I'm just progressing fast. I don't know.
Let's take a look.
With almost thrown for 300 yards with Jonathan Quinn.
Springs hunts him down and gets the sack way back at the 15. Second down, goal to go.
Just threw too many picks.
Snags the missile and he picks up 9.
Michael Vick dissected the double coverage with a pass that was prettier than a stadium full of cheerleaders.
And Peter, that play doesn't get off the ground unless he runs a very precise route.
And he had to beat his man. A couple of the best banging heads there.
Vick throws a heater right sideline, and it is not reeled in. Incomplete.
Rashawn Bauman kept both eyes on the short out on that one and caused
the working on the field goal.
It seemed like the defense read that one from the beginning, and they
don't mind losing. Just challenge it. Might as well give it a shot. Don't mind losing as long as I don't get blown out. Oh yeah, I hear you. You want it to be challenging.
Chicago is challenging on the pass to spot inbound.
This is their first challenge of the game, and even if they lose this one, they still have one challenge left.
Cool. You say, look, I got my 2 feet in.
Dan, when we check out the replay here, we should be able to see if the catch was made prior to going out of bounds.
I couldn't see it.
After review, the play stands. The pass was incomplete. The catch was made out of bounds. Chicago will be charged with timeout. Fourth down.
That will cost them a timeout, and you have to believe
with the shot.
Not very happy with that call. Fourth down, goal to go. Edinger with a 20.
Edinger drained.
Edinger has no problem getting this one between.
Played a lot of football games like this one.
There's the
so
signal,
it's starting to come back to me. I know the routes that I like to throw, mainly outside routes, and gets thrown way faster than John.
Number 85 took it out of the end zone, and while it may have been a little risky, he gets out close to the 20, so it all comes out in the wash on that play.
The Redskins were stopped on fourth down last time out. We'll see what happens as they start this drive at their own 22-yard line. Portis catches it in
the hurry up.
He picks up 9.
Again.
Brunell throws a bullet to the flat, and they
And that's a little short.
Incomplete.
Rod Gardner had that ball in his hands on that play, and he just dropped it.
That's his second drop, and he cannot be happy with that. Sometimes the ball bounces your way, and sometimes it
doesn't.
Exactly. Third down and less than a yard. They couldn't connect on this
line.
Incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
Two tips at the line. I don't know. Brunell. Tackle.
Michael Green. Here to play, I tell you. What a stop on fourth down. It's worth another look. Oh, huge tackle. Huge play.
That was some aggressive play calling that deep in their own territory, and it may have cost them dearly.
I just don't see how they were in 4 down there, especially at their end of the football field. That's a bad call.
The Bears offense takes the field. They're in command, and they'll probably
look as soon as I threw
time off the clock. They will start at the 29-yard line. He's in for the touchdown.
That's why you run the ball when you're up by 20 points.
Here's the point after, and it's good. They're setting up for the onside kick. The Bears will talk it over, and they take their second timeout. They're setting up for the onside kick. Hall bounces it up. Gage gathers it up at the foot.
Justin Gage wasn't going to let a miracle happen on this onside. It comes his way and then gets his hands around it to put the offense out on the field. Great work by this hands team.
They can't bring down the onside kick. Pretty aggressive play call.
Well, the offense is like a 1 in 4 chance of recovering those, but they knew the risks.
Eventually slides down at the 20.
The penalty is declined.
Right, 150 yards rushing.
First down and 4 wideouts in the game.
Michael Vick with a little last-minute razzle-dazzle here, and he gets some yards.
Doing it.
One man to beat.
That's just pure Mike Vick being fast. It was in no man's land.
Gets all the yards he needs.
Not a huge quantity of yardage, but definitely some quality yardage, Peter.
Absolutely. Great play.
Peter, while he's used to being in the end zone, this is a great day even for him.
I love it. What a player.
Now the point after, and it's good. the signal, and we're ready.
And yeah, with Vic, you could just put up points on the board.
Rockets this one deep.
Easy.
Betts decides to take it out of the end zone. Brought down at the 21.
Liddell Betts took it out of the end zone, and while it may have been a little risky, he gets out close to the 20, so it all comes out in the wash on that play.
The Redskins offense comes out, and they are way down late in the game. They'll need some magic as they start this drive at their own 21-yard line. No one in front of them, and he's in for the touchdown.
Joe Odom intercepts the ball close to the end zone, so you
We
know
got
he's
that
going
in
for it.
the two previous games.
A huge play for the
offense
defense as they put points
terrible,
on the board.
Another touchdown, and this lead is insurmountable with the clock
Take
ticking
it.
away.
Domination, Dan. Domination.
Here's the extra point, and it's good. The ref gets the signal, and we're set.
We got the techno music
beauty
playing in the
here.
background.
Betts downs this in the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins start this drive of the game from well in their own territory, and the clock at 1:59.
Check go! 21!
Brunell throws a high long one to the right, and it's tipped incomplete.
Michael Green got himself in prime position to bat away that football before the receiver even had a shot at it.
Another batted ball, and they have been attacking the pass every chance they get.
Three guys
Why
back
someone
there.
defend the pass when you can obliterate it?
Second down, 3 wideouts in the game. This pass will fall harmlessly to the ground, and it's incomplete.
Rod Gardner looked like he had a solid catch there, and yet somehow he found a way to drop it.
Peter, that's his third drop so far. And it's getting frustrating for him, I'm sure.
Yeah, and for the quarterback.
Third down. The clock is stopped at
Now it's
1:51.
Black 85!
Brunell throws a bullet to the flat, and it is not reeled in. Incomplete.
Rod Gardner could have had a nice run up the sidelines on that one, but didn't make the catch. That's incomplete.
Another incompletion out left, and it appears that side of the field has not been kind to them at all.
Not at all. They got to go somewhere else for a different matchup.
Portis catches the ball in the middle and is at the 25.
Tommy Harris is here to play, I tell you. What a stop on fourth down. It's worth...
The Bears will start this drive with
trying to get the
unbelievable
MVP
field
this
position with the clock at 1:44. Vic unloads this to the right sideline and the catch. The Redskins take their first time out.
You're still calling timeouts? Really? That's cute.
Well, those are some impressive numbers. Look at those receiving yards.
Clark
sneaks it in.
right sideline, and he's in for the...
Michael Vick sings this one perfectly. Great pass, great catch, great play. Let's have another look. Bullseye. What a precise
Just
throw.
past his hand.
They keep doing plays like this, he could be in big trouble.
That gives him his second touchdown of the day.
Well, I did say last game that I lost by 20 points and only scored 7.
Here's the extra point.
I only imagine what I could do if I had Vic for this game. And now we're seeing it.
There's the signal, and we're ready. Edinger rockets this one deep. Number 85 downs this in the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins will start this drive deep in their own territory with the clock at 1:33. Brunell fires this one over the middle, and it's off. Incomplete.
Joe Odom shattered the slant route.
I don't know why they're not chucking the ball down the field.
Incomplete pass.
That had potential for some yards, Peter, but the defense was on top of it and shut it down.
Good denial there.
Second down coming up. The Redskins take a timeout. That's their second.
I don't know why they're calling timeouts
either.
either.
Is stopped at 1:26.
Down.
Brunell throws a bullet to the flat, and it is not reeled in. Incomplete.
Rod Gardner was so wide open on that last
Just
play.
want to see if he can get the first down.
The ball. That's gotta hurt.
Another ball comes his way, and another incompletion. To come up blank so many times in a row is, well, it's got to be demoralizing for a player.
Absolutely, but you got to fight through the slump and grab one to get rolled. Rod Gardner
didn't
goes
get
to
there.
the outside to make a play, but he comes up short of the marker. He ran on a bounce, too.
The Bears' offense is on the field, and they can wrap up the game. They'll start at the 29-yard line. Slides down. The Redskins take a timeout. That's their final one. Second down, just a single receiver on the field. One man to beat. And that'll stop the clock at 1:06. It'll be first and goal.
Michael Vick, look at him. Look at that, over 200 yards. Incredible game so far.
Vick makes the throw after the reaction fake, and it's caught for the score.
Huge game.
Has a guy shadowing him, but still manages to make the catch. He beats his man cold. It's all about staking your turf.
He made yet another big TD reception there, and Peter, some key throws have been coming his way. What a pleasant surprise for this offense.
Now, he's not known for getting into the end zone, but
Game
today,
could have been over a long time ago, but he took a knee.
Game he's having.
The ref gets the signal.
Pen stats.
Edinger booms a beauty here. Number 85 downs this in the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins start this drive of the game from well in their own territory, and the clock at 1:01. Cole grabs the rope right side, and he's got the first. The clock continues to tick down. Brunell spikes the ball, and that will stop the clock. Second down, tight end to the left. Raspberry reels in the football and is well past the markers for a first down.
Yeah, I'm happy for them. They're finally doing something.
Brunell spikes the ball, and that will stop the clock.
They cracked the defense finally.
Second down, 10 yards to go.
We'll drop back.
Didn't haul that one in, and it falls incomplete.
Nathan Vasher was able to force the incompletion back there. He stuck very close on that seam.
On second down, they tried for the first, but it's played well by the defense. That will bring up third down.
Nice pressure that time.
Third down. The clock is stopped at 30. Brunell zips it to the left sideline, and this one is incomplete.
Brunell is cold, to say the least.
Horace catches it up in the middle, and he's looking for room.
Mike Brown makes his presence known on this one. He's going to haunt the ball carrier's dreams for a while. Oh, big tackle on fourth. That's how you stop a conversion.
Well, they don't convert on fourth down, and that will be it for them.
Yeah, chalk this one up in the L column, Dan. It's all over.
They get it back.
Number 61 cut their losses by getting the ball back, but nobody on this offense can be proud of that play.
We're not too proud of it.
Second down from the eye. Stop at the 30.
Threw up an unnecessary pick right there.
From well in their own territory,
Throw it across the field.
and the clock at 6.
Down.
Second down, 1 man back. And that is going to
big time crew credits after this one.
Bears come out on top, 55-14. For my partner, Peter O'Keefe, this is Dan Stevens saying goodbye until next time.
See what Berman has to say.
We'll get you next time. We'll get you next time. It's all right.
All right, gang, great work as always. And with that, we welcome everybody back to the ESPN studios for our ESPN Video Games postgame show. I'm Chris Berman. The Bears stepped it up for sure, putting up some good numbers. Let's get started in this one early in the third quarter. Ralph Brown is going to come up with a big play here. Whoop! The ball's loose. Scramble.
Yeah, I should have dove right there.
Dub Bears, after a missed field goal, the ball at their own 38-yard line. Michael Vick connected with his man on this one. A 23-yard play that set up a Bear touchdown. Dub Bears, after a stop on 4th down, Bears leading by 17.
Field goal team came through well beginning of the game.
They've opened it up now and lead by 20. Dub Bears on D. Sean Springs shows some great awareness here as he gets himself into position to pick this one off. Touchdown for the Redskins. Bears leading 27-14.
It's hard to forget about something like that and then throw another 20-something points on the board.
Get up ahead of steam, and then it was clear sailing from there. A 19-yard play that set up a Bear touchdown. The Bears move ahead big and now lead by 20. The Skins on D, Joe Odom would come up with a huge play here as he was able to pick one off here, then had some clear sailing in front of him. Touchdown for the Bears. Dub Bears, after a stop on 4th down, Bears out in front by 27. Michael Vick would find his target on this one. They move ahead by 34. Dub Bears have it after a turnover on downs. Michael Vick is going to get the carry here as they grind it out on the ground. He makes the most of this one. A 24-yard play that set up a Bear touchdown. Bears out in front, 55-14. Mark Brunell would find his target on this one. Dub Bears had to stop on 4th down. Brad Smoot would come up with the big play to kill a drive as he was able to step in front of a wayward pass for an INT. And that's where we'll leave this one. Bears serve up a blowout, 55-14. Now let's catch up with the player who really ignited his team's offense with his deft passing and has earned our Player of the Game award. Michael Vick is on the field with our Susie Calder. Suze?
Thanks, Chris. You played great today, and your team bulldozed to a runaway victory. What do you think was vital to your team's success today?
Our offense was really in rhythm tonight, moving the ball well and putting points on the board. They were having a tough time stopping us. We just executed, and executed the way we needed to win this game.
Back to you, Chris.
Well, that just about does it. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you next time here on ESPN, celebrating 25 years as the worldwide leader in sports. I'm Chris Berman. So long.
That's it. Huge blowout. And we'll save it up. Big time blowout right there. Probably won't mess around as much later in the season with Vic. Don't want to get him injured just messing around, but wanted to see how many points I could really put up on the board. So let's look at the difficulty. Yep, all pro. So that's what it's on. All pro. And there we go. That's going to wrap it up. We played games 3, 4, and 5. Made a big trade after Game 3 for Vic. He got injured in Game 4. Lost that game, but rebounded in a big way in the 5th game. And now I'm looking forward to finishing out this season. Thanks for watching. We'll be back soon with some ESPN NFL 2K5 for the Xbox. Have a good night.